in 1950, future Hall of Famer Larry Doby had a 3-home run game for the Cleveland Indians. On his way to Cooperstown, Jim Thome did it twice, hitting 3 home runs in a ball game. And last night, Jose Ramirez added another fantastic story to his incredible career with his first ever 3-home run game as the Guardians took the series from the Red Sox. And Jose Ramirez, en route to that special night, his 200th career home run, his 700th career run batted in. What a night for Jose and the Guardians. Tonight, though, turn the page. The Houston Astros are in town. But for 1 minute, let's go back and look at it again. Our Northern Ohio Buick dealer stat, Jose Ramirez last night, Rick, I guess I didn't realize until I woke up this morning just how special a night it was, how rare that feat is.
We said it was Jose's night, and I mean, he hit a home run. He was only 3 for his last 25, and then his first 2 times up from the right side of the plate, he hits home run. That's number 200. Then gets one off a former teammate, Corey Kluber. That's 201, and this man had a night to remember. And, you know, hopefully, look at, he even amazed his teammates in the dugout. They couldn't believe it, but, you know, it's something very special. He needed to do that. His very first 3-home run game, 200th career homer, which is a nice number, and his 700th career RBI. So Jose is the man, and hopefully they can, you know, build from that, and he makes this team work, so hopefully they get a little energy from that.
The Houston Astros come in here tonight. They're scuffling a little bit right now, but they're still a very good ball club, dangerous team offensively, though they will be missing their big bat in the middle, Yordan Alvarez. He was placed on the injured list. So what does Logan Allen have to do against a primarily all right-handed hitting lineup tonight?
Well, they have, you know, one of the best pitching staffs in the league, though, as ERA goes. But I like the way Allen attacks hitters. It doesn't matter. Right-handed, he pitches them inside. That's the equalizer, and that opens up a changeup away, and he's got a nice little slider to go with it. He holds his own in teams. He speeds up, I think, offensive players more so than any other pitcher. And you can see what he does against right-handers. Only 41 hits allowed, 37 strikeouts, only 8 walks. He attacks, he makes them swing the bat, and hopefully he can hold that offense down.
All right, we'll be back with tonight's first pitch, and we'll hear from Alan Jensen. They'll talk about what the Astros are going to be faced with, having no Yordan Alvarez in the lineup tonight, and Andre Knott catches up with Carl Willis straight ahead. Cleveland Guardians baseball is brought to you by your Northern Ohio Toyota dealer. Visit buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places. And DHL Supply Chain, now hiring for a wide range of salaried managerial and operational roles. Apply today at joindhl.com.
Game set as Cleveland has won 4 of their last 5. They'll try to continue their winning ways tonight. Logan Allen is on the mound for Cleveland. Christian Javier for the Houston Astros. There's Logan Allen, the rookie, making his way toward the mound. He's had quite a good start to his rookie campaign here in 2023. Welcome back. Alongside Jensen Lewis, Chris Jimenez, I'm Al Pulowski. So the Houston Astros have a couple of very good left-handed hitters. Well, more than one if you count Michael Brantley. He's out tonight as well. But Kyle Tucker, he's in the lineup. But this guy, Yordan Alvarez, out of the lineup this weekend here in Cleveland.
Yeah, oblique injury, and that's good news for the Cleveland pitching staff. Well, that is one bat eliminated. However, you need to deal with 3 and 4, and that's going to be Kyle Tucker and Alex Bregman, who has really come on as of late. But no question, G, when you don't have one of the most prolific power threats, not only in the lineup, but also late in games, that will be clutch for Cleveland pitching.
I mean, you see it right there, 17 bombs. I think that's 3rd in Major League Baseball, at least in the American League right now. Oh, yeah, by the way, he's also a .272 hitter this year. This guy is a power threat to all fields. Getting him out of the lineup is a huge plus for this Cleveland pitching staff. And I'm excited to watch how they go about attacking the rest of this lineup tonight.
And we'll see how that goes as Andre now joins us. And Andre, even though Yordan Alvarez is out, this Astro lineup still pretty dangerous.
Still very dangerous. But really, I want to talk about pitching tonight in the World Baseball Classic. We all enjoyed it back in March, and it was in the middle of spring training. But no one really thinks of what the ramifications will be on a pitching staff. When you look at both of these teams, they have starters that are on the injured list, and it's not just them. There are teams throughout baseball that are missing some of the biggest and best pitchers in baseball. None of them want to blame the World Baseball Classic, but when you talk to Tito and Carl, they say it did play into what we're dealing with throughout baseball.
As pitching coaches, we all get nervous when our guys are away from us because, you know, I'll use Cal Quantrill for an example. He did a tremendous job preparing himself this offseason for the World Baseball Classic. But when you go from preparation to literally the World Series and nothing in between, that level of intensity and competition, it's tough for everybody to take sometimes.
The last thing you want to do is be critical of it. Guys are representing their country, so you send them with pride and your fingers crossed because it makes you nervous. And I don't see how it can't. We're counting on these guys to eat up a lot of innings, and when they're asked to compete before they're ready to compete, there are times when it has ramifications.
Tonight's injury report is brought to you by the attorneys at Elk & Elk. And as you see right there, there are 3 big names for both of these staffs that aren't starting right now. The good news for the Guardians, Cal Quantrill will be back, and hopefully in the next couple of weeks. For the Astros, they're down 2 of their best pitchers in their rotation. They're in a 6-man rotation, guys, right now. All of their pitchers are homegrown. But the one question Tito had between the World Baseball Classic and playing in the American League Championship Series 4 to 5 years in a row, how much more can this Astros pitching staff take before they're all down?
Well, that's a good question, because you get to the postseason, it certainly does wear you down. But only time will tell for them. But let's look at tonight. Logan Allen will be on the mound for the Guardians. He will be our Chevrolet pitcher of the night, coming off a very good start against Minnesota, where he went 6 innings, gave up 7 hits and 2 runs. His first time going to see the Houston Astros. I know he's looking forward to it. A nice 2.76 ERA. We'll see what he has to offer for this offense tonight.
Here is the starting lineup for Dusty Baker's Houston Astros, presented by Progressive. Mauricio Dubon will lead it off. Jose Altuve in the 2-hole. Then it's Alex Bregman, followed by Kyle Tucker. Jose Abreu bats 5th. Chas McCormick will hit 6th. Then Jeremy Pena, Yainer Diaz, and Martin Maldonado batting 9th.
And the Rally House defense looks like this. Quan in left field, Straw in center, Brennan over and right. On the infield, it'll be Ramirez at 3rd, Rosario at short, Jimenez at 2nd, Naylor is at 1st, Zunino catching.
Crew chief Laz Diaz will call the balls and strikes. Mike Estabrook at 1st. Eric Backus, your second base umpire. And down at 3rd, Emil Jimenez. Game time temperature 70 degrees. And yes, those appear to be blue skies finally in downtown Cleveland.
It's about perfect today, isn't it?
The smoke is cleared.
That's good.
Ready to go. Big crowd still filing in on this Friday night here at Progressive Field. The first pitch is swung on and hit the deep center field. Miles Straw racing back, can't get it. He'll short hop the wall and into second base with a leadoff double on the first pitch of the night. Mauricio Dubon, his 12th double of the year.
I think it's safe to say he was sitting on the fastball, and I'll tell you what, he drove this one to right center field. Straw can't catch up to it. That had a lot of the plate, middle of the plate, but he was ready to go. First pitch, never saw the guy before, and will hit a double off the wall.
Dubon has been a lifesaver for the Houston Astros, filling in for numerous injured players. First of all, he stepped in for this guy, Jose Altuve, who missed the first 43 games of the year with a fractured thumb. He lifts one foul, and that's gloved by Josh Naylor for out number 1.
I think it's safe to say they're going to be aggressive here on Logan Allen.
Storylines quickly brought to you by Wayside Furniture. Only Kyle Tucker, the cleanup man, bats from the left side against Logan Allen, the lefty. And Christian Javier for the Astros. He is a dynamite pitcher. Here's Alex Bregman. He's been hot, and they're going to need to really lean on him without Yordan Alvarez in the lineup. Since May 13th, he's batted .326, including a 12-game hitting streak.
Now, this is a guy that likes the ball on the inside part of the plate. He has the short arms, tough to get inside, and Logan Allen likes to throw right-handers in there. You can see he chokes up on the bat as well.
Off the outside corner with a breaking ball, 2-1. Last year, Houston won the season series, taking 4 out of 7 from Cleveland. Before you go back over the last couple of years, it's been tough sledding for Cleveland against the Astros. They're just 4-10 overall against Houston.
Yeah, the Guardians have had a tough time scoring, and the Astros have had an easy time getting to the starters for Cleveland.
A 1-out walk to Alex Bregman, so 2 on. And Kyle Tucker coming up.
Not such a bad thing right there with Bregman, as hot as he's been swinging the bat. Although Kyle Tucker is a very good hitter. Doesn't matter left-handed or right-handed.
Tucker is hitless in his last 10 at bats, and over his last 9 games, just 3 runs batted in. Lifts one to left. Kwan comes in and makes the catch, tagging and moving to third goes Dubon. The throw goes to second. That keeps Bregman at first. So 2 down for a familiar face to Cleveland in an unfamiliar uniform. Jose Abreu. What is strange here for Abreu? He began the season with a 10-game hitting streak, and since then has batted .195.
Matt, he only has 10 extra base hits, 9 doubles and a homer. Had 1 double yesterday. Also, that play made by Quan Arch, that comes from a conversation with Terry Francona about where he threw the ball wrong to last night. It's not going to happen again tonight.
Yeah, you know what? That you can tell because his mind was made up. He was going to second base no matter what.
Right.
Little things.
And he said it's easier to deal with little things when you had a 10-3 lead, as they did last night.
You know what? You're right. Base running too. There's a few things. But like I say, when you win, those things you can hide, and they don't. You know,
the best deodorant in the world, winning.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Yeah, they don't keep you up tossing and turning all night. Abreu smashes one deep right field. Brennan, it's over his head and gone. The struggling Jose Abreu picks up the Astros big time with a 2-out, 3-run homer in the first. Just his 2nd home run of the season. But boy, have we seen that Jose Abreu swing for years.
Familiarity, although he has never faced Logan Allen before, but we know one thing, he can go the other way, and if you pitch him in, you can get it there. They want it in, it didn't get there. You can see it stayed middle of the plate, and he made him pay. A mistake pitch, but he shoots it the other way, gets it into the seats, and they will play from in front 3-0.
Well, Jose Abreu, 28 career home runs, 88 career runs batted in against Cleveland. One ball, one strike for Chas McCormick. Swing and a miss. He struck him out to end the inning. But the Astros get a big first inning homer and lead it 3-0.
Pitcher of the evening for Houston tonight, and this guy is off to a great start. 7-1 record. They've won 10 out of his 12 starts so far this year. This is start number 13. And you know, you've got to take advantage of every opportunity now that you're down 3-0 with this guy on the mound.
Here's the starting lineup for Tito, brought to you by Progressive. Stephen Kwan, Ahmed Rosario, and Jose Ramirez. Then Josh Naylor, Josh Bell, and Andres Jimenez. Will Brennan, Mike Zunino, and Miles Straw batting 9. Yeah, not the way you want to start out against Javier, being already down 3 runs.
Spotting him 3, and it's like, oh my goodness. An ERA of 2.84 on the year. He's been one of the best. And he seems like a 6-inning guy.
His ERA over his last 5 starts is even a run better than that. He's 5-0 with a 186 earned run average in his last 5 starts.
Yeah, and a whip of under 1. So you're not going to get many base runners, but you have to take advantage.
Jeremy Pena, the slick fielding shortstop, throws out Stephen Kwan, 1 down. StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. Christian Javier has a devastating slider when he gets ahead, but don't forget about that electric fastball, especially up in the zone. It'll get you to chase.
They call it the invisible. You know, you'll see him at 92 and 93, but it's got that giddy up at the end, you know, where it seems like it's rising, but it's not. It's got good spin to it, and he gets a lot of swings and misses up there.
And Ahmed Rosario backed away from the fastball. Ahmed batting .278 in the month of June, riding a 3-game hitting streak. One ball, 1 strike. Bounced in the dirt. Fly ball, center field. McCormick makes the catch. 2 down. What a night Jose Ramirez had in the finale against Boston. Three home runs last night for Ramirez. First time he's done that in his career. Also comes in tied for 6th in the American League with 17 doubles and 6th in the AL with 28 extra base hits. Curveball hammered deep center field, going off the wall, and he'll go into second base with another double. That's number 18 on the year. It hit the top of the wall in deep center field.
Well, you saw the ball take off the bat, and it, you know, it's a typical Jose Ramirez double. It's a line drive, just missed going out. See how close it was? A little over halfway up that wall. That was a breaking ball. Not sure if it was a slider or maybe a curveball to Jose. But whatever it was, it went off the wall.
Well, let's see if the red-hot Josh Naylor can get the Guardians on the board with a 2-out base hit.
Yeah, pick him up. This would be a nice one to get one here.
Lifted in the air to left. Dubon makes the catch. No runs, a hit, 1 left. After 1, it's the Astros 3, the Guardians nothing.
Our ballot is now open. You can vote daily at MLB.com/vote to decide who represents the Guardians this summer.
Jose Ramirez playing even with the bag at third base, and Jeremy Pena rips one down the left field line into the corner. He's on his way to second base with a double. So this struggling Astros offense finding their way here in the early going.
Well, I think their game plan coming in is to be aggressive. They know Allen, you know, likes to get ahead and throws first pitch strikes, even though they've never faced him. They may have to change their game plan now and maybe start throwing some change-ups or breaking balls to get ahead, because they're sitting on the fastball, I can tell you right now.
3 hits, all extra base hits for the Astros. And now Yainer Diaz. Diaz is a catcher by trade, but with the injury to Yordan Alvarez, Dusty Baker figures to lean on him for a lot of bats in that DH role. So therefore they called up Cesar Salazar to essentially serve as the backup catcher. Swing and a miss, hit a ball in the dirt. Dusty Baker been at it a long time, and he's one of the best in the business. Another ball in the dirt. Back out of play. Yeah, Dusty Baker is in his 26th season as a big league manager. He just recently passed Hall of Famer Joe McCarthy for 8th place on baseball's all-time managerial wins list.
And let's not forget, he had a heck of a Major League Baseball career himself.
Martin Maldonado, the catcher, waits on deck. Logan Allen's 3-2 pitch. And he missed up high, ball 4. So 2 on and nobody out. And the veteran Martin Maldonado. He'll be 37 years old in August. And he recently reached a milestone. He has a home run against every team in baseball.
No kidding. Well, that's what he can do. He can certainly catch and call a good game, and he can sacrifice if need be. His batting average under 200, but does a nice job behind the dish. But job well done.
He gets him over for Mauricio Dubon, who doubled to lead off the game on the first pitch. Dubon now has a 6-game hitting streak. They traded for him from San Francisco last year in May, so it was early in the season. They probably had no idea of what a critical role he would play for them this year. As I said, filling in for Altuve now, they're going to move him around wherever they need him. He can play multiple positions. And he's 5th in the American League in batting average.
Yeah, well, coming from that San Francisco Giants organization, you think Dusty might have had an eye on him. You never know.
Dubon, who hails from Honduras. He is the only Honduran born and raised player to ever play in the majors. The 0-2. The Astros had a former outfielder, Gerald Young, who was born in Honduras. But if you bring that up to Dubon, he will be quick to point out that Gerald Young was born to American parents who quickly left Honduras, and he grew up in California.
He knows the whole life story.
Yeah, it's like, I'm the real deal. Now he wears it with pride, and he's trying to bring, baseball awareness. Honduras is a soccer crazy culture, but he wants to spread the gospel of baseball. Bouncing ball to second. Jimenez will have no play at home. They get the out at first, and it's 4-0 Houston as Dubon picks up his 12th RBI on the year.
Well, they did what they had to do. They move them over. They get one more in, and that's what you do. Now, they made it a 4-run game, and that's all you play for one now, because 4 runs, when the Houston gets 4 runs in a ball game, they're 32-6. So it's tough.
Not to mention the Astros are a pretty impressive 28-9 when they score first.
Well, their pitching is so good.
And they got a dynamite bullpen to go with those starters.
Yes, they do.
Jose Altuve fouled out in the first. But you're right, Rick. Their approach is aggressive.
Well, what I think 6 guys now have swung at the first pitch. And you're facing the 11th guy, so they're up there from the on-deck circle. They are sitting there. They are ready to go. And that could make a young pitcher a little shy away sometimes, but you got to continue to throw strikes. You may have to change your game plan a little bit more.
Well, how much do you think not having the big guy? They had a team meeting before the game. Dusty didn't like how they played in Toronto. Felt like they would kick the ball around a little bit. Sounds familiar, right?
Well,
for the last team,
a lot
that
of
was
team
here.
meetings.
Low throw, nicely backhanded by Naylor. Astros 4, Guardians nothing.
Well, the fourth 50-50 raffle is presented by Valley Sports Great Lakes and runs now through next Tuesday. And you just visit CLEGuardians.com 50-50 for your chance to win.
Josh Bell leads off the bottom of the second. Christian Javier fires one upstairs, ball one. Bell has hit in each of his last 7 games. Pretty good track record against Astros pitching in his career, a .294 average. One ball, 2 strikes as he fouls that changeup off.
Yeah, this is the guy. He doesn't throw that pitch a whole lot, but you know, I think he can go out there now and pitch because if he's got 4 runs, makes it a little bit easier. And you've got that veteran catcher behind you to call your game. There's that slider.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The other way. Dubon moving over toward the line, has to dive, and what a catch he made.
He thought that ball was going to carry maybe a little bit more, but it was slicing away from him. He ended up having to make a dive and made a nice catch on it. That thing sort of just, moving away from him, looking like it was a sinker. But he gets there right at the end of the glove, makes a nice running catch for the first out.
There is Andres Jimenez. Right back up the middle, hit the side of the mound. And the shortstop Pena throws him out. See a player profile. Will Brennan in his last 9 games. Red hot.
Yeah, you think so?
But it's not just a 9-game stretch. You go back over his last 20 ball games, he's hit .365. 7 extra base hits, 8 runs knocked in, so starting to find it.
The foul pole last night for a home run.
Lays off the high fastball.
Yeah, that's a good call on this guy. We'll try and make him get it down, and that's where Will likes it. Lower in the strike zone.
Last night, right down the right field line.
That's when you know you're going good. Get it down the line, it hits the pole.
Right field.
It is.
And it will drop. Tucker wasn't sure how to play it, and he took the safe route. And Brennan has a 2-out single.
Yeah, when in doubt, let it fall in front of you. Give him a base hit. Here's that little slider, but it's down. See, he gets those hands and he gets through that ball down very well. See, it went a little off the end of the bat, and that's where Tucker was a little fooled on that play. So you let it fall in front, you give him a 2-out single.
Now Mike Zunino Well, he was waiting on that fastball, but too quick. Mike Zunino has 9 career home runs against Houston. Two balls and a strike. And now 3-1.
Tunnel that fastball. 3-1. Look for it. Make sure it's about belt high, not above it. You get it, let it fly.
And a little low, ball 4. So now 2 on and 2 out for Miles Straw.
There's the 3-1 pitch. It's not a bad pitch. Down and in. He might have been looking away and upstairs a little bit more. But he gets the call. Now you have 2 runners aboard with 2 out.
All the way to the backstop, and the runners move up. Brennan to third, Zunino to second.
That ball got into the dirt, but it's one that normally you think Maldonado would hang on to. It stopped and it sort of took off the other way and got between the legs of Maldonado. I'm sure that wild pitch.
Arch, one knee. I'm telling you, I think it makes a difference.
That ball did. It skipped under. They all do it now, though.
I know. I'm sure they have reasons why they do it, and I've heard them. But the more balls we see going back to the backstop for every catcher, you all see them coming from that one knee, trying to get down to keep the ball from going anywhere.
Bouncing ball to Bregman. Hitting over. No runs, a hit, 2 left. Through 2, 4-0 Houston. Check this out. Stats with lows. Among Major League rookies, Logan Allen and Tanner Bybee 1 and 2 in ERA coming into action tonight.
A couple of Houston pitchers on there as well, but Allen's ERA is going to go up a little bit.
He gave up a 2-out, 3-run homer in the first to Jose Abreu. That's something the Astros have done very well this year. They are #1 in the majors, hitting with 2 outs. A team batting average of .262 with 2 outs.
Well, they've always been a team that they don't strike out a lot, and they're good hitters. I mean, you can score with 2 outs, boy. That breaks your back. You know, when you're a team or you're a pitcher, you're 1 out away from getting out of that inning, and then you put a 3 spot on the board. That hurts.
Right field, deep. Brennan back, and he makes an unbelievable catch. That ball looked like it was over his head, but he snared it and then braced for a collision with the wall, and that's out #1.
You're not kidding. Really great clips. It's going to be great. He didn't have room. The wall stopped him. He turns around and kisses it right here. Boom. One step and into the wall, but it was a nice catch. You can see he didn't really catch it in the pocket where he wanted. It was right in the middle, right on the palm of the glove or the hand.
And now Tucker pops one out there. A little routine this time. And it can settle under it. 2 down. For the best coverage in the game, check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. That was a fastball. It had the middle of the plate, and Jose Abreu just shot it out of here the other way.
Only his second home run. I mean, he wasn't a home run hitter last year, but he hit for a high average and drove in some runs. But off to a tough start this year.
Now, he's historically a slow starter. I mean,
yeah, we've seen him over the years.
Second half hitter, but I don't know.
Well, he's up there in age. He's been around a long time. But here you go. He comes back to Cleveland, and he's 2 for 2.
Uh-oh. You know, I was just going to say the same thing Matt said. We've seen him start slow, but because of his age, everyone's kind of counting him out. Is that fair, Arch? Because as you said, he didn't hit a lot of home runs last year. The reason the Astros won him, he still hit the ball hard.
Right.
So a lot of people still think he has it, but you hear people say, well, his age, maybe he's losing a bit.
Bobby Bradley called. He said he wants his look back.
Yes. This is the guy that likes to shoot it the other way, right, Arch? McCormick.
Well, he stands off the plate and he likes the ball away. You're going to have to try and pitch him inside a little bit, because if you stay out there, yes, he can shoot you, and he's got pretty good power to right field. You see how closed he is and how far he is off the plate. That's a nice pitch, you know. He wasn't going to go after that one, a 1-0 count. And it was a nice breaking ball to catch the outside part.
I was going to say in the second inning, it's almost like they're coming in here more aggressive, knowing that they don't have the big guy in the middle to make offense happen rather than sit around and wait.
But this is a good guy to be aggressive off of, because Allen's always around the plate for a rookie, and a lot of times he'll go fastball, strike one, and they that first time through, I think 6 of them got after the first pitch.
Two-strike timeout taken by Chas McCormick. 2 down, 3rd inning. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Second K for Logan Allen. And we'll go to the bottom of the 3rd, 4-0 Houston. Home half of the 3rd. Guardians down 4. Top of the order, Stephen Kwan will lead it off. This is what they're up against, though. Christian Javier has now thrown 16 1/3 innings in his career against Cleveland, and he's allowed 1 earned run.
Yeah, what's his 3rd start? First 2 times he faced him, he came out of the bullpen back in 21. 2 starts last year. He's a tough guy, man. Doesn't give up a lot of hits, but he's going to make you put it in play.
The 1-2.
Where was that?
Wow.
I'm a little surprised Kwan just didn't swing at it, because it was
That's his spot.
right down the middle.
Yeah, he likes it down there. I don't know what happened to Laz on that. That's the one you don't want to swing at. Can't do much with it.
1 down. Well, let's check out the FanDuel same game parlay. Will Brennan with a hit, check. Jose Ramirez 2 or more total bases. He has 2 with the double, and the Guardians to win the first 5 innings.
Wow,
that's a tough one. A lot of work to do there. Med Rosario 0 for 1. You mentioned it, Javier, he's primarily a 6-inning guy. He's only gone over 6 innings one time this year.
Right.
And only once has he gone over 100 pitches, and that was his last start.
Yeah, they keep him in that 90-pitch range. And, you know, 6 innings when you have a bullpen like they have, and the starters that they have, they need to work. So,
yeah. Maldonado took the brunt.
Yeah, direct hit.
Jose Ramirez waiting on deck. Misfire, full count. And then he walked him. So now you got an opportunity. Jose doubled off the wall his first time up.
Second 2-out walk tonight. Oh, I'm sorry, 1 out.
Jose Ramirez joining Larry Doby and Jim Thome, who also homered 3 times in a game for the Guardians. His 3-homer performance last night, but there's still only one guy who's hit 4 home runs in a game for Cleveland, Rocky Colavito. This is back in 2021 when they unveiled the statue of Rocky Colavito in Little Italy.
I was down there earlier this year to see it one night, having dinner down in Little Italy. That was beautiful over there.
Little pasta fazool.
Rock was very big in this town. There's the plaque.
Heritage Park. Don't knock the Rock.
He had a cannon too for an arm.
And don't tell Jose he can't do something. Fouled off. You know what was interesting is he said after the game that, you know, early on he'd been struggling. He was just trying to do what he always does, hit the ball hard, hit line drives. But his last 2 times up after 3 home runs, he was letting it go.
Yeah.
And why wouldn't you?
Well, you got greedy. It's his night.
But
you go for the 4.
It goes back to what you always say. You know, usually home runs are just a product of good swings, good at bats. When you try to hit them, you start to do.
You get bigger. Your bat slows down a little bit. Just make good, solid contact. And normally Jose does that.
Tito said after the game last night, I still get happy for Jose whenever he does something special, because I know what he goes through to play every day, every inning. He plays every day like it's his last. And he said you don't see many great players play like he does.
That's so true.
There's a ball hammered to right field, and it will drop. Kicks away from Tucker. Rosario rolls all the way to third base. And now he tries to throw to third, and Ramirez gets down to second. Oh, that's just smart, aggressive base running.
Smart base running and bad defense right there. Tucker should have just threw to second base, because once he kicked that ball away, Rosario was smart enough to go to third. It got away from him enough that he wouldn't have had a shot for him. And then watch, one mistake there, but he knocked it. He's actually didn't hit it with the glove, hit it with his bare hand. And that's ill-advised throw, because he really had no chance. So that allowed Jose to move up. So now they're in business. Watch his hand, bare hand.
Ooh, that couldn't have felt good.
No, got him right on that last 2 fingers, it looked like, of the hand, because he knew he had to keep it in front of him. Earlier in last inning, he didn't come in for Brennan's ball to try and make that play. He let it fall in. He should have done that. You got a 4-run lead. You got first and second. But he gave him an extra base. Both guys an extra base.
Josh Naylor flied to left. First time up.
Take advantage of it.
He takes it. A breaking ball missed inside. Naylor, an 8-game hitting streak, comes in 16 for his last 30 now.
I'm telling you, he has not thrown his slider for a strike tonight consistently at all. So sit on the fastball until you get to 2 strikes.
Monday in the driver's seat. Over his last 21 games, Josh Naylor's hitting .411, 7 doubles, 5 homers, 24 knocked in, and with runners in scoring position.
That's what you need right here. Cut it in half.
Clutch. Right up the middle. Altuve will fling it over to first for the second out. A run scores as Rosario comes home and Ramirez moves to third. 44 runs batted in now for Josh Naylor on the year. He came in tied for 6th in the league.
Well, you're on the board. Boy, you'd like to get that one in from third if you can.
Josh Bell looked like he had a hit his first time up, but Mauricio Dubon with an all-out diving catch near the line in left field robbed him. These are the longest current hitting streaks in the American League. Taylor and Bell on the board with Ramon Laureano and Taylor Ward of the Angels. He's tried to hit that slider in the first 2 pitches, but he's in the hole 0-2. Block and a ball in the dirt. I don't know if Maldonado does it based on pitch type, based on runners on base, but there are times where he catches out of the traditional catcher stance.
Might be when a man on third base, so he doesn't get it to, do what happened to him with runners on first and second. Ran that wild pitch last inning.
Struck him out looking. And that will end the inning. Guardians get on the board, and after 3, it's the Astros 4, Guardians 1. 4-1 Houston. Jeremy Pena, Yainer Diaz, and Martin Maldonado due up for Houston. Jeremy Pena takes a strike. Pena came in 2 for his last 18, but he doubled to left field in the second and scored. And he goes the other way, and that's a base hit. So he's 2 for 2.
That is the 3rd time in 4 innings they've had their leadoff man aboard. First 2 with doubles. This one a high breaking ball, easy for him to take it the other way. Gets a base knock, and it's hit number 5 now for Houston. They've been aggressive early. They have 8 swings on the first pitch.
Diaz swings through a high fastball. The Astros came in having lost 4 out of their last 5 scoring 6 total runs in those 4 losses, but evidently reports of their demise have been greatly exaggerated because they look like the same old Astros so far.
They do. Yeah, hey, and they're a team, you know, everybody comes after. You know, you're the champs. Look at that.
Broke his bat into center field, and Pena stops at second.
Now, watch this. Off the end of the bat. Good pitch. But you know what? It's going to fall right up the middle. There goes the barrel of the bat. So once again, you get the first 2 guys aboard like they did in the second. Maldonado bunted them over. 3-run game. Let's see if he does it again, or maybe he tries to take one swing of his own. He likes to pull the ball. He squares the bunt. In comes Naylor. The way they've been going, I wouldn't be surprised to just play for one like he did the last time. He was trying to make Jose feel that ball. And that's what you normally do if they want to charge. Bunt it a little harder, make the third baseman feel it. Even though there is a left-hander on the mound.
Dusty's all the way at the opposite end of the dugout. He's down close to first base, giving the signs.
Who knows if it's him that it even counts. It could be someone down at the other end that's giving the signs.
Yeah. It's not like he's hard to find.
No, Dusty knows how to make you find him. He goes from he has a little seat down there on the one side, then he comes down to check out the other side. But they know how to keep up with him. He's got his wristbands on tonight.
Oh yeah. First thing he puts on.
Double play ball.
Yes,
Rosario to Jimenez. On to Naylor.
So they let him swing the bat, and they paid the price. They made their pitch, get the double play, and a chance to get out of the inning now.
Yeah, it'll bring up Mauricio Dubon.
That's number 14, Mauricio Dubon.
To Ramirez. Jose throws him out. Nice job of working out of trouble. Logan Allen's defense picking him up. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. 4-1 Astros. Beautiful Friday night here at Progressive Field. Guardians down 3. They come to bat here in the home half of the 4th. Andres Jimenez, Will Brennan, Mike Zunino due up. Jimenez bats 6th. And then, of course, you got the bottom third of the order. And over their last 11 games, the 7, 8, 9 hitters have combined for a .328 batting average.
I remember at the start of the year, that's the guys that were making things go at the start. First maybe 15 games or so.
And last season, when you think about how many times they would start a rally, flip it over, set the table, you get to the top, and then
good things happen.
Jimenez batting .315 over his last 15 games, 6 of those multi-hit efforts. He'll take his time out.
For Jimenez, this is a big series because of the other guy at second base, Jose Altuve. And I'm not all negative on the World Baseball Classic. He said it was one of the best things in his life to play for Team Venezuela and play with one of his childhood heroes.
Smokes it right at him.
Not bad.
Well, you can't hit it any harder than Jimenez did. And, you know, he just catches it and made it look easy, but that ball was about 105 off the bat. Man.
But, you know, the funny story is, you know, Omar Vizquel was his favorite player growing up, but he said Altuve's been huge for him getting into the big leagues. Just a, you know, a guy he can talk to from the same, you know, country that kind of helped him. He said, and all of a sudden I look up last year, and that's who I'm competing against to make the All-Star team. And also, they have a rise from Venezuela. So he said that World Baseball Classic team, to have those two guys Salvador Perez. He said that just meant a ton to him after the season he had to be able to be around those type of guys for a few weeks. Kind of pumping him up.
Will Brennan just fouled by inches.
Looked like it was going to hit the umpire down there at third. I mean, he turned sideways and he had a good look at it. Watch this. He knows it's coming. Oh man, just by a couple of inches.
Big bouncer to short. And the Gold Glover, Jeremy Pena, throws him out 2 down. Rafa Hernandez Brito, along with our own Carlos Baerga, calling the game on Spanish radio right next door to us.
There's another switch hitter that had 3 home runs for the Indians.
We gotta get Rafa a different jacket up there, man. Come on.
Well, get him one then.
I will.
Okay.
Gotta take that orange helmet off. This is baseball season, Rafa.
Still remember that game against the Yankees at the old stadium when Carlos had home runs from both sides of the plate in the same inning.
Yeah. Early 90s. They do it sporadically here now, don't they, with the Spanish radio with certain teams?
Weekends.
On the weekends, yes.
Opponents, yeah.
And he's had fun, and he's down there.
He's telling a story now.
He usually is. He's full of them.
He knows he's on TV right now. They both know it. They know.
In the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Carlos loves it. He wants to do every single game, he told me today.
Now the 2-2. Ripped back to the screen. Lays on for the full count.
So Nino walked his first time up with 2 outs.
Popped him up behind the plate, back to the screen. Maldonado, it's just beyond his reach. And a word now from Wayside Furniture.
Comfy gifts from Wayside Furniture. Over 300 recliners in stock. Buy today, take today. Wayside in Akron, keeping it local since 1937.
Swing and a miss at the high fastball. Just a second strikeout for Javier, but he's in command, up 4-1 through 4. Northern Ohio GMC dealers tomorrow night, 5:30. Al Pulaski and Chris Jimenez will preview the matchup as Tristan McKenzie makes the start for the Guardians. Hey, what's so funny?
They're having fun at the ball yard, man.
4-1, 5th inning. Logan Allen, a first pitch strike to Jose Altuve, who is 0 for 2 tonight. That will go fouled on the left side.
You better make sure you get it in there on him, because even though he cracked the bat, he still hit it pretty hard. That guy's off the plate, and he can cover the outside edge, but he's awfully quick on the inside, and if you don't get it in there, he'll juice you.
I can tell you one guy that remembers that, and that's tomorrow's starter. Remember down in Houston?
Oh, yes.
Tristan was cruising.
Right down the line.
Yep, and he got him.
Yeah, because look how, I mean, he's not a big guy. The reach, you would think he can't get there. That's not a bad pitch, that little backdoor breaking ball.
But he reaches everything. And over the years, I've seen him hit every pitch.
I mean, watch. This ball's off the plate. His arms can't be that long, can he?
Look where his stride is at. Look where that left leg is at.
Oh. Heads up. Yeah. Watch what you're doing. You better be heads up.
No. Go that way. You got it the other way. Tell him. Other way.
I know what I'm going to get you for Christmas this year. I'm going to get you a catcher's mask if you sit down there and you won't have to pay attention for the game.
Get him a goalie's mask.
That's better.
Hey, man, stop trying to cover up my face. It's the money maker now.
Not down there. It
No, you ain't lying. It won't be for long.
Give him a Jerry Cheevers mask. 0-2 is ripped down the line. That's fair. To the wall. Altuve digging for 2, and he's got it standing with a leadoff double.
Well, he is quick inside. Let's take a look. They want it in. There it is. It's in. Top of the zone, but look at him get on top of it. That stride, he didn't even pick that foot up. And it just came through. He is so quick in there, you got to be careful. Another leadoff double.
He's been doing that for a long time.
Yes,
It's the first 43 games of the year with the fraction thumb. And now Bregman will short hop the wall. Altuve will try to score.
He will.
The throw goes by everybody. And Alex Bregman with his 8th double of the year, RBI number 38, and it restores Houston's 4-run lead. Back-to-back doubles to open the 5th.
That's 4 doubles now for them, and they're getting used to it. 8 turns on the ball. Bregman the last time up, he drove it to right field, and Brennan made a beautiful play on it. This time he ends up turning on the ball.
Kyle Tucker 0 for 2. And now he lifts another one in the air. He's been up 3 times. He's hit 3 pop-ups to the outfield. So he's 0 for 3. 1 down, and Jose Abreu coming up.
Well, it's Kids Fun Day at the ballpark when the Guardians take on the Astros. That'll be Sunday afternoon. You can stay after the game for Kids Run the Bases, presented by Cleveland Clinic Children's. Visit CLEGuardians.com for the tickets.
Nick Sandlin is up in the Cleveland bullpen getting loose as Logan Allen sitting at 68 pitches on the night. Jose Abreu, big 2-out, 3-run homer in the first. Singled with 2 outs in the third. Drilled high and foul deep down the left field line. Abreu coming off his first multi-hit game in more than 2 weeks. And he's followed that up with another multi-hit game already here tonight. Bounces out, 2 down. To third is Bregman. And brings up Chas McCormick 0 for 2.
The hitter now for Houston, center fielder Chas McCormick.
You know, the oblique injury to Yordan Alvarez that landed him on the injured list, it's one of those, it's such a mysterious injury because Jose Altuve also had an oblique injury recently, but it only cost him 4 games.
Right.
So he bounced right back, whereas Alvarez, they obviously did enough testing to realize we need to shut him down for at least 10 days.
I saw where he did it in the batting cages before the
felt
game.
it, right?
Yeah,
right.
You know, he felt something, went out there in his first at bat, and that was it. Took 2 swings and misses.
I was going to say the same thing, Matt. I was like, how is it that Altuve's been having the same injury? And he's hitting
I
the
don't
ball
think
all
it's the same
yeah,
injury.
It can't be the same injury.
No, I don't think so.
And he's hitting the ball all over the place, swinging hard.
Yeah, some guys, it knocks them down for a while. Other guys, it's a temporary.
That's an injury we never knew what it was back then. A long time ago.
Your side just hurt. Your side just hurt.
Yeah, my rib.
Bouncer to Jose Ramirez. He'll throw out McCormick to end the inning, but the Astros strike again. Halfway through, they lead it 5-1. Brought to you by Erie Bank. Experience better banking. Spectrum One. Visit Spectrum.com for details. And Medical Mutual, official health insurer of everything you love. Miles Straw leads off the bottom of the 5th for Cleveland. Swings at the first pitch and pops one up. Right field, near the line, Tucker into foul territory, and it's off the netting. Straw grounded to third with runners at second and third and 2 down to end the second inning. Good news, bad news, right? Good news is they've generated some opportunities. Bad news is they're up against a guy who doesn't give up many runs.
Well, yeah, right. And that's what I was going to say. You got to take advantage of opportunities. And they just keep adding on right now and inflicting more pain. It's tough to come back. They have 5 on the board. They only have 3 hits tonight, and they've been swinging the bats very well. There's a double.
Deep left field, and he'll get down. Straw has to hurry. He's digging. Here's a good throw, and he's in there safely because Altuve didn't have the ball. So Miles Straw, with his 10th double of the year, he went in there with all kind of acrobatic maneuvers because he didn't realize that Altuve didn't have the baseball.
If Altuve catches that ball, he is a dead duck at second. Dubon got that throw in there. I don't know if it's short hopped Altuve or let's see. Here's a good look. We'll see. Yeah, it was a short hop, and I think he tried to get him and tag him, and he was decoying like he had the ball. Once he realized he didn't, it didn't stick in that little glove of his.
Archie pulled the ball and got good results.
He's just messing with his former teammate there. Fastball strike to Stephen Kwan. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Here again is one of those opportunities. They're 0 for 4 so far with runners in scoring position. Goes back with a nasty curveball, and it's 0-2. Hadn't thrown many of them.
No, he doesn't, but he's got a good one. When he throws it. I've had a couple players say they don't understand why he doesn't throw that curveball more, seeing how good it is.
Doesn't have to.
Yeah, and that's a great point by you.
Finally. But to what you're saying is that he can just keep that in his back pocket,
right?
And if he needs it, okay, here, look at this.
Throw it.
More pitchers should do that.
Well, you know what? That's the catcher right there that does that. If they're not hitting his fastball and slider, he's mixed in a couple of changeups. Why even mess with the curveball? Huh? You save that.
Oh,
There's
Kwan turns one around deep right field. And it's off the wall, actually stuck near the base of the wall. Straw scores easily into second with an RBI double as Stephen Kwan. And back come the Guardians to cut the gap to 5-2.
And then he comes back with a fastball, and Kwan was ready for it. So there you go. They get that hit with a runner in scoring position. Back-to-back doubles make it a 5-2 game, and nice swing to get through here with the fastball up top. Yeah, it was hard for us to see that ball where it was.
It hit right in that corner cutout. Right where that
it deadened the ball right near the fence.
Yeah.
So there you go. You've got one in. You still got nobody out, and man on second base. Now you've got to maximize your opportunities.
Up the alley, left center field. That's going to get down. And tearing around third is Stephen Kwan. He'll score into second. With their third straight double of the inning is Ahmed Rosario, and now it's 5-3.
There you go. Now you're in business. Some action. They're getting after him early. 3 consecutive hits. We saw 8 consecutive hits last night by this team. And there's the curveball. And Rosario gets it. Why? Because it's upstairs. It wasn't away enough. Didn't hit it all that hard, but he placed it beautifully. Here in comes Kwan. 3 straight doubles. And time for the pitching coach to make a move and go talk to him. Nice.
Josh Miller talking it over with Christian Javier. Time for a Ken Ganley-Key game break without Pulaski.
All right, Matt, Arch, Andre, let's head down to St. Pete where Tampa Bay is taking on Texas, and it's all Rays and Isak Paredes in particular. 3 for 3 tonight, a double and 2 home runs. This one made it 4-1. It's now 8-1. Tampa Bay over Texas, bottom of the 6th at the Trop, fellas.
Those are the 2 big boys going at it. Both teams with 40 wins or plus.
That looked like fans.
There are
fans
some
at Tropicana Field.
Why wouldn't there be?
That's the one team that can come back with that big of a deficit.
Here's Jose Ramirez now. Guardians gathering some momentum. He's already 2 for 2 tonight. And a fastball fouled back.
Trying to turn the tide on Houston, getting aggressive early in the count.
Jose doubled off the wall in right center field of the first. Dumped a single in front of the right fielder Kyle Tucker in the third. And a high pop to right.
Got a hanger, and I don't think he's going to be able to go. Tucker with a good arm. That's too bad.
Down. I think Javier's fortunate, got away with one.
Well, just got underneath it. You saw it out in front, just a hair too quickly on it.
Yep, you can see it.
He knew it. You know it as a hitter. That's a pitch you see so well, and boy, if he would have waited just a split second more, would have been more of a line drive.
Here's Josh Naylor 0 for 2. Drove in a run with a ground out in the third. And now Naylor with a line drive into center field. And around third, Rosario has to hold. He didn't get a great read.
No, he did not. He did not get a great read. He was waiting to see, but man, you've got to know where the players are playing before you go. Watch his break. He'll end up looking, and that was definitely over the infield. That was no doubt. It took him a while to get going, and by the time that McCormick could get the ball, you couldn't send him. So you go first and third now, and you give Bell an opportunity to get him home.
Christian Javier had not allowed more than 2 runs in any of his last 5 starts. He's not allowed more than 3 since April 11th against the Pirates. It's the most runs he's allowed this year when he gave up 4 runs in 6 innings against Pittsburgh.
Well, they've got him on the ropes right now.
Action in the Houston bullpen. I believe it's Ryan Stanek. We'll check. Bell fouls one off. It is the big man, Ryan Stanek, getting hot in a hurry for Houston. Nasty slider. Javier ahead 1-2. And he checks on the ball down low.
Good one. A tough one to lay off of as a hitter.
Javier's, he's going deep into his bag of tricks. Slider, curveball.
Yeah, that one down and in. It's easy for a left-hander to swing over the top of that one, and that's what he was looking for. Went right back to the well, and that's a nice thing about Bell. He's not going to chase it. He's going to make you work.
First and third, 1 out, payoff pitch. Low, ball 4, and the bases are loaded.
How about that? 3 straight takes that were very close. And that one looked close unless Maldonado was there trying to pull it up too quickly.
Are you a little bit surprised, or maybe he just felt more comfortable facing Jimenez? I don't know. No, he didn't challenge him with a fastball.
No, that doesn't surprise me. They thought that he'd swing at him. He'd give in to one of them, and that's the patience that Bell has. That's why he walks so many times. Tough to do with 2 strikes.
Foul back. He got the fastball. Jimenez twice has grounded out tonight.
Boy, opportunity, golden opportunity right here. Just
Naylor the tying run at second base. Right field. Tucker makes the catch. Tagging is Rosario. He'll come home to score. It's a 1-run game.
There you go. You get the one. Nicely done. Now you're looking for a 2-out base hit. You got the right man in the right spot to do it.
Chip away, chip away, chip away. That's what they've done here in this 5th inning, and it started with 3 consecutive doubles.
And after Houston got on the board, they come right back and put a crooked number up there. So Tito getting his bullpen going right now, back in the ball game. A chance to take the lead.
Will Brennan pops one up foul, and Bregman makes the catch. So they get out of the inning and keep the lead, but the Guardians have closed the gap to a single run. They double their pleasure here in the 5th. FanDuel live run total update. We started at 8. We're already at 9, so that total is shifted at 12 and a hook as we go to the 6th inning. Interesting decision here. Nick Sandlin was up. He's ready. But Tito's going to stick with Logan Allen, bottom 3rd of the order. Jeremy Pena leading off. He's 2 for 2. Yainer Diaz on deck has walked and singled.
We've got Allen at 77 pitches now. We're going to 7, 8, and 9.
Smashed to short. Picked by Rosario, but he couldn't field it cleanly. And an infield hit for Pena. And he's 3 for 3. If it sticks in the glove, Rosario may have a chance to throw him out.
There's no doubt, because he's not even out of the box yet. If he picks it, you see it got him on the heel of the glove. He catches it cleanly. Once he doesn't, you're not going to get him.
Yainer Diaz. Chops one foul.
These guys at the bottom, they just keep swinging, don't they? No take in sight. 5 times out of the first 6 innings, Houston has had their leadoff man aboard. 3 times via the double and 2 singles. And this is the part of the lineup that's done a lot of the damage. Starting off, Pena, he's got 3 hits, and then Diaz has been on twice.
Foul out of play.
Times they've gone after that first pitch from Logan Allen today.
You know, this is one of the situations where you've got Sandlin up. He was up before. And Logan Allen, pitch count wise, fine.
This is
but he's been in I mean, he's had to work hard at every inning tonight.
Yes, but this is where you check and see.
Runner goes swinging a miss,
throw
down. They got him. Yes, indeed. A strike him out, throw him out, double play.
Allen's 3rd strikeout. And then he swings at a ball, and then you get to throw him out right there. And you know, I really thought that that's maybe where Tito's going to see what Logan Allen's made of. You're facing the bottom 3 guys. His pitch count's in check. He has pitched out of trouble all day long, and he's got a chance to get out of it one more time and go 6 innings.
Andre, I think it was you that asked the question to Tito the other day about managing with your gut versus analytics and detailed information. And Tito's answer was interesting. I know there's 2 outs.
Yeah, you're coming to me. But I think it was off the game that they lost where we were going against Cora in the game that Boston won. And I was talking to DeMarlo after that game and talking to Tito, and DeMarlo kind of said, man, we hit all the right buttons. We got it set up. We got their righties out of the game. We thought we had our pitchers set up the right way, and it didn't work. He told me, he goes, Dre, that makes a hard night of sleep because our job is to put them in the right situation, and it didn't work that night.
Well, it worked out well here in the 6th. Logan Allen throws up a much-needed 0. Our Miller Lite moment. 5th inning. Miles Straw started it with a double. Stephen Kwan followed with an RBI double off the wall in right field. And then Ahmed Rosario plugged the gap with an RBI double. It would lead to 3 runs, and it's a 1-run game coming into the bottom of the 6th inning. Christian Javier out after 5 innings of work. And the Guardians with 7 hits off Javier. That's the most hits he's allowed since April 29th when Philly got him for 3 runs on 7 hits.
And that ties, it's only 3 times has he gone just 5 innings. Every other time has been 6, one time 7. And they went 5 2/3. So they did a nice job in that 5th inning to take advantage of it. The situations that they had at hand.
Cleveland Clinic called on the bullpen for Ryan Stanek. He's been scoreless in 9 of his last 10 outings. But when he's been bad because his ERA is 4.79.
Well, he's got a good heater at 98. There's one right there.
Lifted to center field. McCormick. 1 down.
You know it is when you're a reliever. You have a couple of bad outings, and that can put a dent in your ERA for a while. He has a good arm. He was a great reliever for him last year, where he had a 1.15 ERA, went 2-1. 54 2/3 innings. Did have 1 save last year. So now this game's going to be into the bullpens.
Well, as I said, Arch, you know, when he's been bad against the Angels 2 outings ago. He lasted 1/3 of an inning and gave up 4 runs on 3 hits. And he had another outing against Seattle where he gave up 3 runs in 1/3 of an inning.
Divisional teams.
You have a couple of those.
Yeah.
All of a sudden your ERA goes through the roof.
Teams that know you, that you coming into this year, you've faced them a lot. They have an idea how you try to pitch them, and they can take advantage of you.
Now, this is early in the year. We're talking first week of the season, but the Tigers and the Twins in back-to-back outings both scored 2 runs off Stanek.
Yeah, and I was looking at Houston today, and against the Central Division, they are under 500. They're 7-9 this year against the Central Division in the American League. They played well on the road. They played well at home. 18-13 on the road, 18-14 at home. Gonna fall.
It's blooped into shallow left center field, and it will drop. And Miles Straw has his second hit of the night with 1 out here in the 6th inning.
The only one that had a play was Pena, the shortstop. It got in on the trademark, and again he hits it to that left side of the field. Pena couldn't come up with it. That's a tough play with your back to the infield. He thought he had a beat on it. Watch how close. Gets him in the heel of the glove and falls out. So Straw, his second hit. Let's see the move by Stanek and see what happens here. Pretty quick to the plate. Almost threw that one to the screen.
What a job to pick that on the short hop by Maldonado. It's 98 miles an hour.
Backhand. Look, it sticks in the end of the catcher's glove. That's just a do or die play. You're lucky there in that situation. It's going so fast, it's stuck in the glove.
And as I said, he's been doing it a long time. He's just got that confidence, soft hands.
So true. Makes it look easy.
2-0 count. Up to Bynum at 98 miles.
Just challenged him right there. Came in with a 98-mile-an-hour heater.
Straw has stolen 10 out of 11 on the year.
This guy's pretty quick to the plate, though. Yeah, it's going to be hard to take a chance here because he gets rid of it and he throws it so hard. If it's a ball up in the zone, it would be an easy play for Maldonado.
Juan lifts one to right center. The right fielder calling for it, and it's the center fielder, McCormick, that makes the grab. The reason Tucker was calling for it is that McCormick was way over toward left center. So he had a long run to get there. But there are 2 down now for Ahmed Rosario. Is there any more impotence for for Straw to try and steal him out if there's 2 outs?
Not necessarily here. I mean, you don't want to get thrown out on the bases. Rosario can hit a gap. He's about average getting rid of it. When he gets buried in the count, maybe with 2 strikes, yes. Then I'd say go ahead and try. It's going to be tough because he gets rid of it quickly. Now, if you want to try, go ahead. He's buried in the count 0-2. Don't know if he'll throw him anything off speed and give him the opportunity. I see Maldonado looking into that bench. Not that there are a lot of pitch outs anymore, but what you can do if you think he's going to run, you can just throw a high fastball up and away and act like it's a pitch out and make it an easy throw for Maldonado. He didn't give in, but
down the line into foul territory and just out of play.
Did you notice Maldonado didn't get down on the knee that last pitch?
I did. Well, he's in that crouch.
He was in that crouch,
yeah.
and it was a high. I'm pretty sure that was a pitch that was up. But to me, that tells me they're looking and thinking run as well.
Yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, with 2 strikes, and The worst thing that happens if you get thrown out, Rosario will lead off next inning. Whoa. That's where you have to read it as the base runner. If that ball's in the dirt.
Call those Annapolis.
Yeah,
You know?
but I mean, when you sit out there, once you see that ball down, you've got to make your secondary lead.
Which made Mike Napoli awesome at doing that. In that 16-year, we would watch him. He wasn't the fastest guy on the team, but as soon as he saw a ball low, getting ready to skip, he would take off.
There you go.
In the dirt, and again, Straw unable to get a jump and go.
Well, it seems like that's why he's flat-footed over there. He's flat-footed. Watch, there's your secondary, and then his first break was back. You've got to anticipate that ball being in the dirt, and if you see it down there, then you can get an idea or a better read than what he's getting.
2-2. It's low, full count.
Well, I bet he runs now.
You want to give me odds on that?
Yes, I will.
Waiting. We're waiting. Come on.
It's 100%.
No hook.
No hook.
Straw goes. The 3-2 pitch down the line again, but out of play. Off the netting. Rosario with 2 down. An RBI double his last time up. Straw will go on the 3-2 pitch. And Pena throws him out. 6 complete. Houston 5, Cleveland 4. Cleveland Guardians baseball brought to you by Levin. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight. And Spectrum One. Visit Spectrum.com for details. Oh, what a beautiful night here in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. Had a great game. 5-4. Astros lead it. Coming down the stretch here. 7th inning. Guardians go to the bullpen for the first time tonight. It'll be Nick Sandlin on in relief of Logan Allen, who went 6 innings, made 85 pitches. 5 runs on 9 hits, walked 2, struck out 4. 3 of those 5 runs, though, came on 1 swing of the bat with 2 outs in the first inning. Logan Allen did a really nice job to keep his team in the game, because this could have very easily become a rout.
When you consider
they had opportunities to add on.
Leadoff man on 5 out of the 6 innings. And, you know, after that first inning, when they got the 2-out 3-run homer, they had opportunities, and he minimized the damage. And the offense came back and kept it in play.
Got a big ground ball double play in the 4th. Strike him out, throw him out, double play in the 6th. Now Nick Sandlin strikes out Mauricio Dubon. Spectrum mobile replay. Let's check out some of the work of Logan Allen.
Yeah, you mentioned he had the 4 strikeouts, but right there, they had first and second, nobody out. They tried to bunt the first time, but he got the ground ball double play. Another strike him out, double play. That certainly helps when you have the base runners.
Jose Altuve doubled and scored in the 5th. The Astros and Guardians have 2 of the best bullpens in all of baseball. Cleveland's bullpen has the 2nd best earned run average in the majors, as Jose Altuve smacks a single to left for his 2nd hit of the night. And the Astros bullpen has the 4th best ERA in the majors.
Number 2, Alex Bregman.
Montero up for them.
Alex Bregman to the plate. Doubled in a run in the 5th. Foul back, 0-2.
To fight that one off. Fouled off one that was about 3-4 inches outside, and then had to foul one off way in on the hands there. He asked him, "Is that a strike?" And he certainly said no, because you could see that hit below the trademark, but you get a piece of it and stay alive.
Get some toast with your jam. Back out of play.
That's the thing that the Astros do to pitchers. They get to 2 strikes, they foul off tough pitches, you know, and they make you work to get them out. There's never an easy out unless you can make excellent first pitches, and they go after it like they were doing earlier today.
There goes Altuve, swing and a miss. He struck him out, but Zunino couldn't find the handle to make the throw down. There are 2 down in the inning. Altuve's first stolen base on the year.
And I think that's why they sent him. They knew they were going to get a slider there. And watch on the transfer coming up after the breaking ball, he just never had control of it. So he could not throw it. Altuve with a stolen base. That's only his first, because he had some knee issues. So
Kyle Tucker 0 for 3.
This is a guy you be careful with right here. He's one of their very good clutch hitters. But you got a guy on deck that's had a pretty good night too.
Yeah, Tucker did not fare well against the lefty Logan Allen, the only left-handed bat in the lineup for Houston. Pulls this one on the ground to Naylor. He goes himself. Side retired. Nice job by Nick Sandlin. Stretch time in Cleveland. Guess who's coming up when we come back?
Well, the Grand Slam Beer Fest is coming to Progressive Field on Saturday. That'll be July 29th. You can sample from more than 200 craft beers, seltzers, wine, and craft cocktails. Visit CLEGuardians.com/beerfest for all the details.
Rafael Montero on for Houston to work the 7th inning. Montero got off to a good start. First month of the season, he only allowed 2 runs through the end of April. Then May came, and his first 4 appearances out of the bullpen in May, he got knocked around. He gave up runs every time out. Seattle got him for 4, divisional opponent. Angels got him for 2, divisional opponent. Also, the Giants and White Sox knocked him around. Then he gave up 4 runs to the Milwaukee Brewers. So that's the reason for his inflated ERA. He's been better here so far in the month of June. Jose Ramirez, Josh Naylor, Josh Bell for the Guardians. Ramirez is 2 for 3 with a double and then a single. And a fly to right his last time up. Jose is now hitting 4 straight games. And 7 for 17. called a strike.
Yeah, Les Diaz called it.
Not on the swing, but on the pitch. Two balls and two strikes. Donato wants to have a chat.
Well, this is the guy you don't want to make a mistake with. They know what he did last night. They know what he can do if you make a mistake. So he just wants to make sure he is on the same page. He got another tough left-hander on deck.
Guardians swung the bats well in the series against Boston. They put up 4 runs tonight against a guy who doesn't give up many runs.
Knocking on the door of another double-digit hit game.
Terry Francona said, look, I just believe we're better than what we've showed so far, but I don't want to get too carried away with it, because right when you think you've got it figured out, that's when it'll jump up and bite you. 2-2. Foul out of play. But I think we all felt that way. We felt like, okay, this team wasn't going to be the murderer's row. But we all felt like they're better than what we've seen offensively to this point.
And we're not talking home run ball or anything like that. It's like hitting with runners in scoring position and getting base hits and going first to third, doing the things that they did last year so efficiently.
A key number, you mentioned it last time, we've all brought it up, is getting the double digits in hits. That to Chris Valaika is the sign, because it takes more than one guy or two guys usually to get to double digits in hits. That means they're doing it as a team,
right,
like you're talking about.
And you take your walks.
Yes.
And you know, you play team baseball. That's what this team has to do.
Up high, good at bat for Ramirez to this point. It's a full count.
I'll tell you about it. It was that great walk by Bell in that 5th inning that moved the runners along, and then you had the sacrifice fly. That made that inning right there.
Here is the payoff pitch. Right field, it's deep. Tucker back, looking up, goodbye! He's done it again, and Jose Ramirez has tied it up at 5. 10th home run of the season for Ramirez. His 4th in the last 2 nights.
We all know what happened after he hit the leadoff home run last night. It opened the floodgates. Now we're back to a tie ball game, a new ball game.
Josh Naylor. The shortstop Pena will throw him out. 1 down. Another look at the home run pitch.
Looked like a changeup that was moving away from him, but it went right into the barrel of the bat. He didn't get it away enough at 91. This fastball 4-seamer is 95. I don't know if that was a little 2-seamer or what, but that landed in the seats, and you have a tie ball game.
And Josh Bell 0 for 2 with a walk. Couple of things to keep in mind. Astros led this game 5-4 after 6. And on the year, 28-1 when leading after 6 innings. Best mark in the majors. Also, the Astros coming into tonight had lost 3 in a row. They have the longest streak in baseball of not losing 4 in a row that dates all the way back to April of a year ago. And the interesting thing about that is that the Guardians are right behind them. They haven't lost 4 in a row since September of last year. That's the 3rd loss.
Surprise. Well, after they lost that, therefore, they went off on a tear.
A little low.
Look at that. See how patient he is, and he gets to a full count again. He's taken a lot of close pitches with 2 strikes.
What you just said about the last time the Guardians had a 4-game losing streak is why Tito is not comfortable with this series. He doesn't like Houston coming in here. Not playing well.
Yeah. Altuve throws out Bill, 2 down. And we'll get a word from Ford.
Did you know? Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks for 46 years in a row. See our Northeast Ohio Ford dealer today.
Now Andres Jimenez knocked in a run with a sac fly in the 5th. Good slider, and it's 0-2. Spun him out of there. Evens it up at 2-2. Popped him up. Foul territory. Well, the Cleveland Guardians have come back from a 4-run deficit. They have pushed the defending world champions to the brink.
Tomorrow night, 12,500 fans will receive a Tristan McKenzie jersey. That'll be courtesy of Sugardale. Come early for the $2 in the pregame out in the district, presented by Miller Knight. Stay after the game for fireworks presented by Wayside Furniture. Come on, tomorrow night, number 24. There you go.
2 4s on the hill, and they're giving out jerseys. Be a great night. It's been a great night here.
Yes, it still is, and it's still a ways to go.
5-5, 8th inning. James Karinchak on. Jose Abreu leading off, and a fastball strike. Abreu 2 for 3, a 3-run homer with 2 outs in the first inning. James Karinchak now moves into the league lead with his 32nd appearance of the year, one better than teammate Emmanuel Clase.
Well, they may be tied again if we can get a run. Okay, next inning. Put a 0 on the board here and get one in the bottom half. Good curveball.
Abreu is now 3 hits shy of 1,500 in his career. Just missed with a fastball, but in 2-2. Blew it by him upstairs with a fastball. 1-0.
Yeah, you get that fastball above the belt. Tough one to catch up to. Well located right there. Tad toward the inner part of the plate, and he couldn't catch up to it. Gets the strikeout, out number 1.
He's faced James Karinchak 9 times now and has struck out 7 times against him.
Good curve there, too. Matt, I know you said it's a much clearer tonight. That's the beautiful thing, but you know who's coming down here and taking over these last 20 minutes or
Midges?
So? The midges are taking over slowly but surely.
You can see them.
Nice. He's got both pitches.
That's a good
going.
one.
Yeah. When he has both his pitches, he's awfully tough to hit.
Arches,
that fastball, you know, the high fastball, and that curveball plays off it so well.
His curveball is different when it's warmer out. If you've noticed, the last few weeks, the curveball has been much better than it was the first month or so of the season. Looks like your guy McCormick's not as closed up here.
Do you blame him?
No.
He tried to get on top, and that's a spot where the hitter sees the ball so well. A little bit above the belt, and then you got to and watch. He's going to try and elevate that ball, and you can't get on top of it. If you can't, you're lucky to foul it off.
Well, you saw he had to try to pull his hands in as well at the same time.
Yes, it's got to be a level swing if you're going to hit it and hit it hard somewhere, or you're just going to foul it back or swing and miss.
A week ago, he hit a home run off Ben Joyce of the Angels on a pitch that was 102.5 miles an hour.
That's right.
He likes to chant. Oh, that's a new kid
in
that's
Angels,
over
yeah.
in the Angels organization.
Matt, did he go to University of Tennessee as well? Because I think he got drafted last year, and he throws hard.
The 1-2.
We'll let you know when we play him in September.
I'll get to you before then. I'll set you up. Yeah, we don't see the Angels for a while. Huh?
No, we don't. Out there in L.A.
He is
September.
a volunteer. Heck, he was born in Knoxville.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, they've got a lot of kids that are over 100 down there.
Just missed.
Boy, that's
with that curveball.
tough one to lay off there.
See, Arch, we're getting you ready for September. He's from Tennessee.
Now I know it.
You won't remember.
I won't forget.
They call him the volunteer fireman.
Yeah.
Oh, what a great name.
Payoff pitch up high. 1 on, 1 out. And a word now from Spectrum One.
Spectrum One is fast, secure, and reliable. Internet for $49.99 a month. Free advanced Wi-Fi and a free mobile line. Restrictions apply. Visit Spectrum.com for details.
Jeremy Pena, 3 for 3 tonight. 2 singles and a double. And a bouncing ball by Ramirez. This is trouble. McCormick on his way to third. Kwan digs it out, throws it in, and everybody holds at second and third with 1 out.
Boy, that ball came right over the bag.
Jeremy Pena is 4 for 4.
Yeah, what a night. Hitting in that 7th spot. 2 doubles, 2 singles, and he started him with the curveball, and he hits it just out in front of the plate, and watch it get under the glove of Jose and down the line. And I'll tell you what, McCormick was thinking he wanted to score, but Kwan did a good job of getting it and playing it nicely off the wall to get it in a hurry. Gary Pettis slowed him down, and wisely so. Now you've got second and third with 1 out.
Yainer Diaz to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with a walk.
Free swinger. You don't have to throw him a strike here.
Well, you got to come a little closer.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, this guy's going to swing at anything he thinks he can put some lumber on. Infield in.
7 balls, 7 strikes for Karinchak. Yeah, there's that wave at the curveball.
He'll swing at anything, man. Just stay with that curveball. And then you can because the fastball, you might get lucky and be able to hit it. And I'm guessing they're going to go on contact here because you got Maldonado on deck. Not that they can't pinch hit.
Yeah, but they have all right-handed bats.
Yeah.
Except for the backup catcher, who is a left-handed hitter who just got called up.
I think they would go on first pitch with McCormick.
Oh, that's plenty deep enough. Quan makes the catch, tagging and scoring the go-ahead run. Here's McCormick. And there are 2 down. Diaz does his job.
Yes, he did. And that's the 2-out walk when he had the hitter down 0-2 in that count. Another sacrifice fly. And take advantage of it.
Martin Maldonado 0 for 2. He went around. The 1-1. More balls than strikes from James Karinchak to this point. Hector Neris getting ready to come on to pitch the 8th. And a second walk of the inning.
Well, that's not the guy you want to walk.
Mauricio Dubon coming to the plate. 1 for 4 on the night. 5th best hitter in the league, batting average wise, coming in. Carl Willis will go out. You know, Tito and Carl are very well aware of the number of times they've had to go to Karinchak and Clase. And Tito knows, look, we can't expect these guys to continue to pitch at this pace. But at the same time, Rick, when you get into these games that they have played almost on a nightly basis, how else are you going to go about it?
There's nothing you can do about it. You got to play with what you have. You got to play with the hand you're dealt. And I mean, you know, you get in a game and it's a tie ball game. You try and get everybody opportunities, but you also got to try and win the game.
I was telling you guys last night, you know, Carl watched the first 2 games of that Boston series, and he saw the stat we put up about the 8th inning ERA. And he said they're trying not to just use one guy as their 8th inning guy because they feel like they have a couple of guys that can get outs in the 8th, especially with Sam Hinges. They feel like against left-handed teams, but there's only one lefty in the lineup tonight. They go to Karinchak, and once again, problems in the 8th inning, but they're trying to figure out and find and not just say one guy is the 8th inning guy. Because as you guys said, you can't just use one guy in this inning throughout 162 games.
Foul right back.
Well, there's times when they're getting work, but every game is close.
Yeah.
We played the most one-run games in all of baseball. It doesn't. I mean, last night you had a night off because they scored 10 runs. They had what, 15 hits. But you know, more times than not, it's going to be a close ball game, and we were down early 5-1. They come back and tied it up, and that's when you need a 0 on the board. That's a disappointing thing. especially when you had a guy down 0-2,
right,
and you walk him, and you're at the bottom part of the lineup. That is uncalled for. I don't care who's pitching. I mean, that's always part of the game. You're going to walk people and things like that, but not after you came in and you struck out Abreu, the guy that's been hot tonight.
And a nice play by Jimenez. He caught it, so that ends the inning. But the Astros surge ahead. 6-5 Houston going to the bottom of the 8th. Jose Ramirez leading off against Rafael Montero. It turned into an 8-pitch at bat, and it appeared to be a changeup that didn't do much. Right here, kabang. And that tied the game at 5. And it was somewhat reminiscent of an at-bat that Jose Ramirez had 5 years ago against Ken Giles.
Oh, man.
A 17-pitch at-bat that sparked an incredible come-from-behind win. This culminated with a double.
It didn't take this long.
Off the wall.
Yeah, never forget that at-bat.
One of the best ones you'll ever see in a game.
Without a doubt.
And he confirmed, Matt, that was a changeup, he said.
Okay.
Hector Neris on the pitch for the Astros. Neris has been some kind of good. He just had a 16 2/3 inning scoreless streak snapped Wednesday night at Toronto. He gave up a run in an inning of work. He actually walked a couple of batters in that game. He's got the bottom part of the order. Will Brennan. Tyler Freeman has moved to the on-deck circle and a pinch hit for Mike Zunino. And then Miles Straw due up third.
I think he was on a hot streak and then gave up a run. Maybe he can give up 2 here.
I can tell you who wants to face him.
Mr. Sitting next to you?
Yeah, he's sitting next to me. He hit his first career home run off of theirs.
He's going to get a chance, and maybe.
Oh, he does too.
1 down. We'll bring up Tyler Freeman. Freeman, only 1 pinch hit appearance on the year.
Sarias.
Oh, Freeman was in the on-deck circle and they called him back.
I guess so, yeah. It's Arias.
I wonder if you got the first guy on, he wanted
he
Freeman,
probably,
you know what
yes,
I mean?
a guy on base, he probably wanted contact. Now you got a chance to maybe a guy that could hit a home run more so than.
Exactly.
But you still need a base runner here. You'd love to get one.
Last time we saw Arias, it was a rough night.
It's a left-hander. That's what he did a lot of, swing and miss. Big Maple. He was facing.
Arias struck out 4 times in the game, 3 in a row. This one's popped up on the infield. And there are 2 down. It'll bring up Miles Straw. The old silver lining is that no matter what happens, Jose Ramirez will get 1 more at bat tonight. Or at least he'll come to the plate 1 more time. Whether or not the Astros choose to pitch to him is an entirely different story. Miles Straw is 2 for 3. Single and a double. But this is a 1, 2, 3, 8 inning. We'll go to the 9th. Guardians down 1. Guardians Live presented by Toyota coming up after the ball game. Pulaski, Jensen Lewis, Chris Jimenez will wrap this one up. Hopefully there are more thrills ahead. Eli Morgan on to pitch the 9th.
If he can put up one more zero, you've got the top of the order batting in the bottom of the ninth for the Guardians. David Fry takes over behind the plate. But it's no walk in the park for Eli. He's got Jose Altuve, Alex Bregman, and Kyle Tucker for the Astros. Back out of play. It's 0-2. Slow chopper. Ramirez charging. Got rid of it quickly and throws it out, one down.
Now hitting for Houston, third baseman Alex Bregman.
A 1-1. Way out in front of him.
Nice
Good
change
changeup.
up.
Boy, you're not kidding. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 2 down.
Well, he didn't go back to that changeup. He went slider with the right-hander, made a good pitch, and Bregman out in front of that as well. Well, gets the strikeout. One more out, put that 0 on the board, and get to the bottom half.
Here is Kyle Tucker. And a little low ball one.
Archie better come get mustard. He's taking foul balls away from people. Did you see that?
I did not.
Come on, man. Dollar dog night. He's taking the foul balls from people.
He may get beat up later.
Somebody might take him home for $1.
You do what it do. There it is. Got a friend. And he's got the ball. Look at this guy. Bragging about it.
3-1 pitch. Upstairs, ball 4.
Stepping it down for the Astros.
Tucker aboard and Jose Abreu coming up. Struck out his last time up.
Don't fall asleep on Tucker at first base. He's stolen 8 out of 9.
Swing and a miss. Big rip. 1-1. Jose Abreu had his first multi-hit game in more than 2 weeks yesterday. Followed that up with another multi-hit game here tonight.
Well, they're going to need more of him to do things like that with the big man out. Alvarez, who's on the IL.
This was a 2-out, 3-run homer in the first.
Boy, he wanted to get that fastball inside, and he left it out, and he shoots him to right field, and that's where he tries to shoot the ball. Here's the other way. He did that job in the first inning.
He was asked recently about his struggles. He was pretty candid. He said, "I'll clean it up. I feel like absolute garbage, but I'm not going to stop fighting."
Oh, he never will. We know that. This guy's a competitor. We've seen it for years.
Down low.
He made a mistake on the bases the other day and had to wear it and didn't do a good job. So, I mean, that may be a wake-up call. It's one thing. You can't make mistakes, though, when you're out there on the field and you're playing every day.
Runner goes. High fly ball, left field. Quan calls for it. Makes the catch. Last chance for the Guardians. Jose Ramirez due up third. And Presley on for the save. 1-run lead for the Astros. Presley has saved 11 on the year.
Yeah, 11 out of 12. And
in his 11th season in the big leagues, he's a bit of an anomaly in that he's never started a game in the majors, but he has a 4-pitch mix, so you would assume, well, he must have been a starter that converted to reliever, but no, he's never been a starter, and yet, Rick, he features all 4 pitches.
Well, it's nice to have something. They don't know what they're going to sit on, but I know he likes his breaking ball.
Yeah, I was going to say he's done this year where he'll throw nothing but sliders, though.
I saw that one time. But yes, I saw that one time. 8 of his 11 saves have come on the road.
His rough outings this year, first time out, the White Sox got him. March 30th, scored 2 runs against him. The Pirates got him for 3 runs on April 11th. Divisional rival Angels got him for a couple of runs on May the 10th. Twins got him on May 29th for a run. And his last time out was 6 days ago against the Angels, and they scored a run against him.
This is the most important hitter for him right here, that first one. And we got the right guy up to lead this inning off. There's the breaking ball in for a strike.
Juan finds himself in a tough spot, down 0-2. And he chased one. It's in the dirt. But Maldonado recovers and throws him out, 1 down.
I was watching that game when he was pitching in Minnesota against his former team, the Twins, and they got him. They had a lead, and he gave up the run. They lost it in extra innings, but he didn't throw nothing but that breaking ball.
And he's another guy that pitched in the World Baseball Classic that Dusty's been careful with because that he pitched in early March.
Ahmed Rosario. After the fastball, but maybe that was a slider down low. It was 91. Back up the middle, off the bare hand, right to the shortstop who throws him out. Pena Did a nice job of staying with it on the deflection, 2 down.
Wasn't sure they were going to be able to get him the way Rosario goes down. And he quickly points to the dugout. I'm okay. Watch it, bare hand off the fingers, and then in comes Payne to redirect it and just get him at first base.
Well, how many times can they lean on the big guy, Jose Ramirez? Medical Mutual 5-star report. He's 6 for his last 9 with 4 home runs. Down and in, ball 1 with the slider.
Dusty doesn't feel very comfortable down there right now, does he?
Well, he's seen Jose Ramirez over the course of his career. Tonight he's got 3 hits, a double off the wall, remember, in the first inning. A homer in the 7th. He's staying with nothing but sliders.
Yeah, and then he got a little anxious there. Those are the same pitches that he took for 2 balls. And he chased that one a little bit. But he's trying to do some damage right here. You get the 2-0 count, and he's looking for something good to hit out.
3-1. You don't figure on him challenging him here. He didn't. But again, Jose.
He's not going to challenge him anyway. He's not going to give in and give him a fastball now. It's been 5 straight breaking balls.
All sliders. The last one he slowed it down with a curveball now. The 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. And so Josh Naylor will get an opportunity. He will be the winning run at the plate. Jose Ramirez takes first. And 31,787, most of them up on their feet. Hoping for one of those wild finishes here tonight. Naylor is 1 for 4 with a run batted in. Curveball strike. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Naylor down to his last strike, takes a timeout. And the 0-2 pitch. Broke his bat, and it stayed foul the whole time. Pick him out a winner. That's still 0-2. Presley ready. 2-strike offering. That goes foul. mistake. All it takes. In the air, deep left field. Back is Dubon. He's out of room. It's off the wall. Scoring is Ramirez to tie the game. Josh Naylor on an 0-2 pitch with 2 out in the bottom of the 9th has tied it.
Said it only takes one pitch or mistake, and there you have it. And he takes it the other way. I thought it was going to be into the seats.
See how close it came.
He left him that breaking ball away thinking he was going to try and pull it, and he goes the other way. Oh, man.
That's pretty high up the wall.
Yeah, that's halfway up there. His 12th double, his second RBI, and we've got a new ball game.
He's the winning run at second base. Josh Bell takes a slider for a strike. A bit high, 1-1. Ball to short. Pena throws him out. Extra innings here at Progressive Field. The Guardians will not go quietly into the night. Six as we go to the 10th because of this. An 0-2 pitch. Josh Naylor almost hit one out of here and ended the game. It hit a little better than halfway up the wall. And scoring the tying run was Jose Ramirez. And now we start the 10th inning. Emmanuel Clase on the pitch for the Guardians. Jose Abreu, the runner at second base. Chas McCormick with a swing and a miss. The Houston Astros are 0-3 in extra innings on the year. The Guardians are 4-4. That one got in on him. 99 miles an hour. Abreu at second base, and McCormick was no match for Clase. One down.
That's where you pitch him inside, and elevation right there. Can't get the hands in quick enough to get to it. So you get the first man out and leave that man at second base. Couldn't advance.
You guys were talking about guys making boneheaded plays. The man at the plate had a boneheaded play yesterday. Didn't run down the first. 4 hits today. And Dusty Baker even said, he said, hey, 9 times out of 10, ball hit back to the, in that situation,
right.
It's an out, but it wasn't, and we can't have that. By the way, strike 2 to McCormick, that foul ball towards the Astros bench. Finally got our boy Michael Brantley to get up from that seat down there and run.
Oh, right back to Clase. He almost caught it. He throws him out, 2 down. Holy mackerel.
Well, I can't believe he got it. Look at that, left hand is hurting. I don't know if it got him on the wrist or what, but I'll tell you what, that ball caught him. We thought it hit his glove. I mean, this thing, it was smoked. It did hit the glove. It sure did. I don't know if it caught him in the finger inside the glove where it didn't feel real good. But boy, that got back in a hurry. It's going to need a minute to let the stinging get out of there.
Or could that have possibly bent that finger back?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm sure it could have. I'm sure it could have. That's just reaction there, you know. It's not feeling good.
He says, let's go. So 2 down, runner at third base. And Yainer Diaz is the batter. I mentioned it earlier. Diaz, backup catcher, but he's the DH. With Yordan Alvarez sideline, and they called up Cesar Salazar to be their backup catcher. Little topper. And David Fry makes the play. We'll go to the bottom of the 10th, tied at 6, a chance for Cleveland to win it. Andres Jimenez will be leading off when we come back. 6-6 score. The new pitcher for the Astros, one-time Cleveland bullpen pitcher Phil Maton. 27 appearances, 30 2/3 innings of work. He's given up just 4 runs, 17 hits in those 30 innings of work, and a 160 batting average against.
You can see 33 strikeouts, more than a strikeout an inning. That's what sometimes you like to have in extra innings when you need a strikeout.
Andres Jimenez will lead it off. Will Brennan will follow. Tyler Freeman will run for Josh Bell at second base. That is your winning run. We always ask, in this situation, you can win the game with 1 run. Do you bunt him over to third or if you're Jimenez?
I don't. No.
Tito usually, I know Tito doesn't like it. Look where Bregman's playing. All he has to do is slap it to the left.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, you know, he can do it too. He goes that way. That's too big of a hole. I don't give up and out here.
You know, Tito wouldn't tell him to do it if he doesn't.
He bunts. Only play at first. Bregman's throw is in time. And the winning run is 90 feet away after the sacrifice by Jimenez.
Well, it's a good job by Jimenez. He got it down. He got the job done. But now you got to get him in.
Will Brennan, 1 for 4 on the night. He's got a chance to win it. The Astros bring the infield in, and they bring the outfield in. Mike Sarbaugh telling Tyler Freeman, if it's on the ground, make it go through. Two and 0. They're going to put him on.
Yeah, they know Brennan has been hot. They know the numbers. They end up putting him on.
Yeah, and the bench is exhausted. Cam Gallagher is the only man left. He's the backup catcher. David Fry, who came on to replace Mike Zunino behind the plate, is the batter here. And out goes pitching coach Josh Miller. This is one of those things we talked about, you know, Major League Baseball now seems to be, hey, let's tweak the rules every year. They're not afraid to try anything nowadays, Rick. And so one of the things is, well, what about a ban on intentional walks in extra innings? Because intentional walks, the rate goes up exponentially when we get into extra innings.
Oh, absolutely. And I still think we lead the league in intentional walks.
That would be
wouldn't think so, but I believe we do.
Well, here we go. David Fry. Big swing and a curveball.
Yeah, that was our 18th. You know, baseball.
Bounce to third. They go to second. There's one, and on to first. It's an inning-ending double play. And we play on to the 11th. '29th appearance on the year. He's got Martin Maldonado, the number 9 hitter, and then the top of the order. Yainer Diaz, who's the designated hitter, will be the runner at second base. At least he's scheduled to be. He had his helmet and he was standing out in front of the dugout, but now he's disappeared. So we'll see if Dusty decides to replace him with a speedier runner, maybe on the bench. And that's exactly what he's going to do. This will be Corey Julks.
Running in second base for Houston, number 9, Corey Julks. Leading off for the Astros, number 15, Martin Maldonado.
Let's see if they have Maldonado trying to bunt here. I would think they would.
Pulls it back.
And that's the key right there when you get into situations where you have to move a guy. You got to make sure you bunt a strike.
He gets it down.
Beautifully done.
Naylor's only play is at first.
That's the second time he's done that tonight.
And so now Houston has the go-ahead run at third with one out, and Mauricio Dubon to the plate. He had a double and scored a run in the first. Knocked in a run with a ground out in the second. 1 for 5 on the night. Infield in. And a swing and a foul tip into the mitt of Fry. Two-strike pitch. Caught by Jimenez on a line drive. Dubon is out number 2. Boy, he hit it well on a tough pitch. It was a slider away. He went out and barreled it, but it was right at Jimenez.
Yeah, I bet he was just looking for something away and down, because just to put it in play. See, he wasn't sitting there trying to do anything else, but he did his job. He hit it on the line, but with the infield in, Jimenez was right there.
So 2 down. Jose Altuve, the batter. He has 2 hits on the night. And that breaking ball backed him up. One ball, one strike. Fastball way up high. And the 11th inning, tied at 6. And the 2-1 to Altuve is popped up on the infield. Ramirez says, "I'll take it." He does. Then we'll go to the bottom of the 11th. Miles Straw, Stephen Kwan, Ahmed Rosario coming up. And the Astros go back to the bullpen. This is interesting only because Phil Maton only threw 4 pitches.
Yeah,
the double play ball,
yeah,
the intentional walk where he just say 4, go ahead. But anyway, Seth Martinez comes on to work the 11th. 23 innings of work, a 4.30 ERA. He was tagged for a run in his last outing against Toronto Monday night. The runner at second base will be David Fry. That's the winning run. Miles Straw, then Stephen Kwan and Ahmed Rosario.
The runner at second base in the inning for Cleveland, number 12, David Fry. And stepping to the plate for the
Guardians trailed 5-1 at one point tonight going into the bottom of the 5th inning. They came back to tie it at 5 on Jose Ramirez's home run in the 7th. They were down 6-5 in the bottom of the 9th with 2 outs and 2 strikes when Josh Naylor tied it with a double off the wall. Now here in the bottom of the 11th, tied at 6, and Miles Straw takes a strike. Line drive, base hit, left field. But Fry has to hold at third because Dubon was very shallow. I mean, he got that ball in a hurry. But now the winning run is at third base. And Miles Straw has his 3rd hit of the evening.
Well, he got a breaking ball, and he just lines it to left. You can see how shallow he's playing, so you move up. Now you have first and third. Back to the top of the lineup, and you're in business.
And again, for the 2nd inning in a row, the Astros bring the infield in and the outfield in as well. Taking off was Miles Straw, and he's in the second base.
Very, very shallow in the outfield.
It was called a strike, and we'll leave it at that. That is off the plate. Six runs, 11 hits for the Guardians. 6 runs, 11 hits for the Astros. Can Stephen Kwan break the tie and win it? He's down swinging. 1 down.
Look at the change. A little circle change, good movement, staying down, and he goes down swinging.
Gary Pettis setting the outfield defense. Houston. They meet at the mound. Ahmed Rosario will be the batter with Jose Ramirez on deck. Ahmed Rosario doubled in a run in the 5th. 1 for 4 on the night.
Matt, Rick, I would guess if Rosario doesn't get on, they're not going to let Jose swing the bat. You wouldn't think, right?
No, absolutely not.
It's a strike called, and again, you better be somewhat aggressive as a hitter. That's low, 1-1. Seth Martinez trying to push us to the 12th inning. Rosario with a chance to end it. Two and one. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes. David Fry, the winning run at third base. Miles Straw is at second. First base open. 1 out, 2-2 pitch, and a ground ball too short. The throw home, and Fry,
nowhere to go,
will be retired 2 down. And so with Rosario at first and Jose Ramirez coming up, Dusty Baker is talking it over with his pitching coach Josh Miller. You figure they're not going to pitch to him.
Pick your poison.
Josh Naylor's already walking towards the plate because he's like, they're going to walk it, right? Well, maybe not. Now Nails is going back to the on-deck circle.
Pick your poison.
And now we get another meeting.
Maybe they want to see, well, you really have to trust the pitcher if you say, all right, good, you go ahead, but don't throw a strike. See if he wants to swing at it. But in that case, you know, if it's a young pitcher, and I don't know this guy very well, Martinez, you can see Maldonado doing all the talking right now, and he's either giving him a pat on the back and saying, let's go, this is what you have to do. And
they're going to walk him.
Yeah, I couldn't see him pitching to him in any way, shape, or form.
Well, in the bottom of the ninth with 2 outs and an 0-2 pitch. High off the wall, Jose scored, who they had walked in the inning with 2 outs. And that tied the game. They walk Ramirez again with 2 outs. This time in the 11th, the Astros are now out of mound visits, by the way, for whatever that's worth. Diaz letting everybody know you're done. That's it. So the bases are loaded. 2 outs. Josh Naylor to the plate. He has 2 hits and 2 runs batted in on the night. Outside, ball 1. Infield, outfield, everybody back normal depth. Bregman way off the line at third, shading him up the middle. In the air, pretty well hit, deep center field. McCormick back on the track at the wall, and he brings it in to send us on to the 12th inning. Oh my goodness. He came so close to ending this with a grand slam, and McCormick just rather nonchalantly said, I got it. You know, keep you from going on and on into the night.
Yeah, you got to score that. It doesn't matter if they give you a base runner or not. It's only the 4th extra inning game for Houston. They're 0-3. It's our 8th, and we're 4-4. We started out the season 4-0 in extra inning games. We haven't won one since, so now would be a good time to do it.
Sam Henches on to work the 12th for the Guardians. He is the 7th pitcher of the night. They have Xavier Curry and Angel De Los Santos left in their bullpen. Astros are down to Brian Abreu and Ronel Blanco in their pen. Right now, Altuve is the runner at second. Alex Bregman is the batter, and Sam Henches delivers a fastball strike. Bregman has doubled in a run, walked and scored. Blew it by him at 96. 0-2. Oh my, what a pitch. A curveball, and absolutely had him tied up in knots.
He's got a good curveball, and after he threw the fastball by him, you can see a big biting 79-mile-an-hour curveball had Bregman way out in front to get the first out. This will tie the longest game of the year for us, because in Seattle, if you remember, on getaway day, we played 12 and ended up winning that game.
Oh, it's up the middle and through, and Altuve is going to score the go-ahead run. Kyle Tucker finally delivers for the Astros. He had a miserable night at the plate. He was 0 for 4 with a lot of weak contact, but he delivers here.
Yeah,
it's 7-6 Houston.
First pitch fastball, and he got it on the inner third of that plate and takes care of it, gets it by Jimenez over at second base. So Houston gets on top, makes it a 7-6 ball game.
Now Jose Abreu. Abreu started the scoring with a 2-out, 3-run homer way back in the first inning. Foul at the first base side. You think back to last October in the clinching game of the wild card series against Tampa Bay, and Sam Hentges came out of the bullpen and gave him 3 scoreless innings. He gave up 3 hits, but again, in those situations, you didn't have the ghost runner at second base.
Right, that's true.
Swing and a miss. And Jose Abreu strikes out 2 down. In that October game against the Rays, he struck out 6 hitters in those 3 innings of relief.
Well, you know, when you're a road team and you're going into extra innings, you always like to get that second run, you know, because you know they've got a guy on second base to start the inning. I don't know what McCormick's doing bunting here. They want him to find a gap out there, I would think. Although you have Pena up on deck, he has 4 hits.
Yeah, McCormick has struck out 3 times. He may not be feeling it tonight. Out of play, 0-2. swing and a miss. He struck him out. So 3 strikeouts for Big Sam, but the Astros take a 1-run lead now into the bottom of the 12th. Run to tie it, 2 to win it. Bottom of the 12th inning, they'll have Josh Naylor at second base. Tyler Freeman will lead it off. Andres Jimenez, then Will Brennan. Seth Martinez, who worked out of a jam in the 11th, stays on to pitch the 12th. Bouncing ball. Oh, my goodness.
No.
A game-saving play by Alex Bregman at third.
Because he's playing in, and I thought that ball was by him from our vantage point. He caught that ball, and if it was by him, no doubt. Oh, my goodness. What a play.
I mean, right at the very end of his glove.
He's playing in there. What a wow. That saved the run. And a double.
Jimenez. Low. Ball 1. Up in the air. That should go out of play, and it will. One ball, 2 strikes. Guardians at one point trailed 5-1 tonight. They tied the game at 5. And they trailed 6-5 in the 9th. Tied it at 6. Now down 7-6 in the 12th. Full count. Will Brennan waiting on deck. Ball 4. Boy, that's big. As Will Brennan now comes to the plate. That was intentionally walked his last time up.
Well, you take that option away. Now you got to go at him a little bit here, as opposed to having first base open. He had Jimenez down in the count 1 and 2, but he ended up walking him, although they are in a double play situation.
Had a fastball, but fouled it back. Outside, 1-1. Boy, it's a Friday night. 37,000 or 31,787 turned out. I don't think anybody's left early.
It doesn't seem like it. No, sir. What a way they could walk it off and have some.
This is trouble. There's one. They won't turn the double play. They throw it away. Here comes the tying run. Naylor scores. Unreal. Pena decided to just do it all himself. I'm not sure if Altuve just wasn't there or if he didn't think he was not. Altuve was there. He just decided to take it himself, and it was probably not a great decision.
Yeah, he just felt like I got to throw it. He didn't want to give it up, and that was the wrong decision. and then makes the throw, and it was a nice slide by Jimenez coming in on his feet late. Watch him, and it forces him to throw the ball awkward because he's coming up and he's entitled to that base. What a nice way to go into second base. And they throw it away, and guess what? We're tied again.
David Fry checks. He did not go. Seven. 2 down. Bottom of the 12th. Winning run at first. And that's it off the plate. 2-0. That found the mark. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Brennan takes off, and Fry launches one deep, but foul down the left side. Had plenty of distance, but just a tad out in front of that breaking ball.
Yeah, he got a hanging slider right there, and he had plenty of distance on it. Just got out in front of it. Oh boy, that was one he would like to have back. He knew it. Sees it hooking. He said,
again, Brennan was running on the 2-2 pitch.
Why not?
And then he draws the throw down.
That's what you figure he may be trying to do here with Fry's. Throw him that breaking ball. He did. He hung one. And he gets another chance.
Brennan running. And they strike him out. So we'll play on. The Guardians have never led, but they will not quit. Thirteenth inning. Sam Hentges pitched the 12th. He'll stay on to pitch the 13th. He struck out 3 batters in that 12th inning. He gave up a base hit that scored the go-ahead run at the time. And the runner at second base will be Chas McCormick. Jeremy Pena. A 4-hit night.
This is officially the longest game of the year for us right now.
And a really good
nice
fastball
pitch.
into the inside corner.
I like that. He looks like he likes to look away and do something with it. That one was a good pit fastball on the inside corner.
And that one's up high.
You know, a guy that makes contact like Pena does, they look away, especially in this situation, to try and get him over to third base when you're swinging the bat to hit to the right side.
Down in the dirt, 2-2. There's Corey Julks, who came on as a pinch runner in the 11th inning.
And Pena made that decision. He wanted to try and take that double play himself. Made a bad throw, and that's why we're playing.
Rosario has to hurry. One hop throw! Just in a blink of an eye, he got him.
He did too. He had him. They will not challenge. It was a one hopper just in time. When in doubt, there you go. One on the ground, let the stretch take place. Oh man, that's close. But they said nope.
All right, so one out. Here's Corey Julks. Julks is at 258. Played in 46 games. Chopped to third. Ramirez bobbled it, and that may have cost him. And he's safe at first.
Sure did. He got down the line. Boy, that's why they used him later at second base. He got down the line very well. Jose didn't field it cleanly. A little bobble, and that's all it took. It had some top spin on it. You see he comes up, but it didn't take much, but he had to gather himself and make a throw over, and he beats it out.
And that scored a base hit.
For Houston, batting for
just pass it along the infield.
I hear you.
is number 6.
Well, it doesn't matter. They have a guy that reached.
Jake Meyer.
Jake Myers batting for Martin Maldonado. Oh, maybe two here. Let's see. There's one, and he couldn't get it out of the glove. So there are two down in the inning. And the Astros have runners at first and third.
They got it to him at time, and now I don't think that Jimenez could get it out of his glove.
To the plate now for the Astros, number 14, Mauricio Dubon.
Back to the top of the order, and Mauricio Dubon will bat with Astros at the corners and two down. Sam Hentges has thrown 20 pitches, 17 of them have been strikes. And Dubon just spanked one. Deep left and off the wall.
Wow,
one
he
run
played
will
it
score,
nice.
and that's all they'll get.
Juan played it beautifully.
Astros take the lead. Just as he did in the first inning, he went after the first pitch. He's looking up there at the same board I'm looking at. He's seeing Sam Hentges throwing a lot of strikes, and he went up there first pitch. He saw one, and he got after it.
Boy, and that was, yeah, but that's a breaking ball, and it was down, and he smoked it. And watch how Quan gets it. I mean, and bare hands it. That ball gets by him, another run scores, but they couldn't. They're just well played. So they'll take another lead, 8-7. Now you need a big out. Keep it a one-run game.
Jose Altuve. Think about Dubon tonight. He came in 5th in the American League in batting average. He led off the game with a stinging double to deep center. Last two times up, he hit line drive outs to Andres Jimenez at second base. And he just hammered that curveball off the wall and left. And now Altuve with a liner to left, and what a catch by Steven Kwan!
No,
they say he trapped it, and 2 runs are going to score. Kwan wants Tito to challenge this play.
That will be challenged.
He's saying I caught it, and that should end the inning. Oh yeah, he clearly caught it.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what Emil Jimenez was looking at, but that's not even close.
Well, they're all walking off the field.
Not even close. Great play by Kwan. Inning over. Astros lead it by a run, but we'll have to wait for official confirmation. Man, that's a dynamite play, and at least gives you a chance now.
Right, absolutely. You kidding me? That's 2 more runs. That's a 3-run inning if he doesn't make that play.
And you see Kwan with a batting helmet. He's due up second. It's going to be Straw, then Kwan, Rosario, and possibly Ramirez, depending on how the inning plays out.
After review, the call has been overturned. It's catch, runners out.
We'll be back at the bottom of the 13th. Bottom of the 13th, Guardians down a run. David Fry, the tying run, is at second base. Miles Straw will lead it off. Seth Martinez, who has pitched 2 innings, stays on to pitch for the Astros. Straw showing bunt, pulls it back. It's low, ball 1. Defensively, Jake Myers goes to center. McCormick moves to left. Out of the game is Mauricio Dubon. And the just called up Cesar Salazar now takes over behind the plate. 2-0.
Matt, I was watching Dubon come off after he scored. He was limping a little bit. I don't know if he pulled something, but I'll try to check on their side. He didn't look good going into their dugout at the end of that inning.
Yeah. 3-0. Straw's trying to give himself up. With Stephen Kwan waiting on deck.
Well, you got to make him throw a strike here, even if you.
That looks like what he's going to do.
Yeah, make him get in the zone.
And it's, oh, yeah, got it in there, full count. Here's the payoff pitch. Struck him out. 1 down, top of the order, Stephen Kwan.
Well, he was down in the count and ended up chasing that fastball up and away.
A little low, ball 1. Kwan had an RBI double in the 5th. But just 1 for 6 on the night. He scored in that 5th inning as well. That gives him 15 runs scored in his last 14 games. He came in 10th in the American League in runs scored with 40. There's a little blooper toward left field. That's going to get down. Fry got a late break. They're going to wave him home. The throw is way offline. He has scored to tie it, and the winning run is now at second base. Wow. Dubon left the game. McCormick, the center fielder, went to left. And I'm not sure where this throw was going. Well, it wasn't a good one.
No, but he had time too, because look at the late jump, and then he finally reads it, and he's got the ball before he gets to third base and just pulled it. And not a good throw at all, and that allows Kwan to go to second base on that throw, and now they got a great chance to win this ball game.
So Stephen Kwan ties the game. He's in scoring position on the errant throw, and now Ahmed Rosario with a chance to win it. And he fouls it back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jose Ramirez on deck, doubtful. They pitch to him under any circumstances. 2 down. They're just going to put him on. I think that's what I saw already.
Yeah. Yep.
So second consecutive time he's been intentionally walked. Third consecutive time he has been walked in total. 2 down. Josh Naylor can win it. He almost won it in the 11th. He hit a ball to the base of the wall in center field with the bases loaded and 2 down to end the inning. There's a ball driven to center field, and that's caught. 13 is not enough. We play on. Tied at 8. Presented by authority of the Cleveland Guardians and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Cleveland Guardians. The 14th inning. And Xavier Curry on to pitch for the Guardians. That leaves Angel de los Santos as the last man standing in the bullpen. Curry's 15th appearance on the year. And he will have Alex Bregman to lead it off, and Jose Altuve will be the runner at second base.
What a way to start off a 3-game series on a Friday night, huh?
This will equal the longest game played in Major League Baseball this year. Back on May the 7th, the Marlins and Cubs went 14 innings at Wrigley. Line drive caught. Out number 1. Jimenez was trying to double off his countryman at second base, but Altuve easily back.
Yeah, there's not much you can do. Line drive, you freeze or go back, and he does just that. They get the first out.
Kyle Tucker gave the Astros one of their many leads tonight with a base hit in the 12th inning. Pulls that foul. 4 times the Guardians have come back to tie this game. 3 of the 4 in their final at bat. Xavier Curry flagged for a pitch clock violation, and it's 1-on-1 for Tucker. Comes right back, gets ahead of him. Can't find it, and down to third goes Altuve with 1 out. He bounced the breaking ball. Fry smothered it, but he thought it went to his left, and it actually went the other direction. So now the infield in with a 2-2 count. Full count now. And that's up the middle and through, and the Astros once again take the lead 9-8. Pull the fastball
up. Yeah, he's a very good fastball hitter, but he hit it pretty much the same spot as his last time up.
Now Jose Abreu with one out. Pop-up on the infield. Naylor backpedaling at first. 2 down.
Did you see Tucker waving down Abreu to come to first base?
I'm not sure why.
He was telling him to run because they could drop it or something, and you know.
Yeah.
Hustle down to first base. Get down here.
It's amazing he would have to tell a guy.
Yeah, I know
as long as he's
I mean, he's got to stay on first base, but let's go. There's only one out. Get down here.
Tucker takes off. And the throw got there at the same time as Jimenez, and he might be hurt.
Well, yeah. He caught his arm at the same time. He slid. As he was sliding, the ball came to Jimenez, and it caught him on his left hand, maybe wrist. I mean, the throw was right there, but boom, it almost looked like it got Tucker high on the chest or in the face, the side of it. Look at, oh man, they just collided into each other.
What? How long do you need to hold the ball before you get an out call there?
I don't know.
I mean, he's out.
That's slow motion.
I'm just saying, though. Could you challenge that? Did he have possession long enough for that to be an out?
I don't think so. You got to hold on to the ball. I mean, that was just. I mean, when you look at it full speed, he really looks like he didn't even have it.
That's true.
He just forced it out of his glove.
And this look, it's in the glove.
It almost looked like it went off his shoulder,
and then it comes out.
Yeah, the momentum of the pressure coming, Tucker sliding that way.
Wow. Well, thankfully, Jimenez appears to be okay. Tucker's 9th stolen base out of 10 tries this year. And a high pop. Is it playable though? No, sir. That's out. And on the Astros dugout. Fastball strike. And it's 1-2. Foul on the left side. And Rick, evidently, Ronel Blanco and Brian Abreu are down tonight for the Astros because nobody's up, so they're going to look to Seth Martinez for a 4-inning outing tonight to try and finish this game.
Well, he knows his bullpen much better than we do. Coming off a
4-game
series in Toronto, so
they haven't had a day off in over almost 2 weeks now. I think this will finish a stretch of 17 games in 17 days.
At the end of this series, it sure will.
Runner at third, 2 down. And the 2-2. In the air to left. Quan makes the catch. Once again, the Guardians down a run, going to the bottom of the 14th. Here before, Guardians are down a run. They've already come back 4 different times to tie this game tonight. They have never had the lead. Josh Naylor will be the runner at second base. Tyler Freeman will be the leadoff man for the Guardians. And then Andres Jimenez. Freeman not showing what takes. A fastball strike.
He came up in his last at-bat in the 12th. Man on second, and boy, I thought he had a ball past Bregman at third base, who made a beautiful play to get the first out of that inning. Even though they came around and they got a run.
Despite his meager playing time, he's gone 6 for 22 now against right-handed pitching. Spank to left field. How about this? We got a tie ball game again. For the 5th time tonight, the Guardians have come back to tie it, and now the winning run is at second base with nobody out.
That time he elevated it. Nice job. I mean, this kid finds a knack. He's got a knack of getting the ball, hitting it in play. He uses the whole field. Little breaking ball, it spins in over the middle part of the plate, and he took advantage of it. So he ties the game, he just trades spots. And there you go, a tie game, and now a chance to win it again.
Andres Jimenez hitless on the night. Bounces it foul. He is 0 for 3. He has a sac fly and a sac bunt, and he has walked. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-2. Foul, back out of play. The 1-2 offering. Popped him up. Down the line comes Bregman. 1 down. Will Brennan coming up.
See if
they intentionally walked it back in the 10th inning, but they choose to pitch to him here.
Well, he's been hot. He's due.
Left field. McCormick back. It's over his head. The Guardians walk it off. Chill Will Brennan gives the Guardians their only lead of the night, and it only took 14 innings to get there. His first career walk-off hit will be one to remember. After the Astros intentionally walked him in the 10th inning, they decided to pitch to him here with the base open, and he made a pay.
And you know what? He's been so hot. I'm a little surprised, but this guy that they had out on the mound in his 4th inning of relief did a pretty darn good job. But Brennan ends up driving one to left field, getting it over his head. They score 2 and walk it off. And boy, that is a big win, because you win this game, you're feeling good about yourself now tomorrow. And they had to battle back, and they did all night long. That offense is coming around now.
Boy, what a victory. I mean, Christian Javier was pitching. He hasn't given up any runs. They're down 5-1. Everything's going against them. They battle all the way back. We go 14 innings. It's time for Andre to do some talking.
Oh, I got to do some work. I'll do some work. Miles, I don't even know why you're here. What's going on with Will Brennan? Why is he so high?
I mean, he's just kind of calmed himself down. You know, just kind of, like I said, just calmed himself down. Now he's just kind of doing his thing and relaxed and having fun playing and just producing.
All right, you're good for one quote. Well, thank you very much for all the work. That's it. Good job. Hey, keep pulling the ball. Keep pulling the ball for us, all right? All right, I want to talk about your hit, but first of all, how nice is it to watch Tyler Freeman? Yes, sir!
30 stuff out. Yeah, no, a ton of credit to this guy. I mean, sitting on the bench for that marathon and then coming in, doing what he does and puts the ball in play, hits it hard. Ties the ball game up, you know? I mean, that's huge. That's what we needed.
It is. Tyler, for you, to be able to sit over here and watch this game go as long as it is, you hit the ball by Bregman the first time.
Almost.
But what's going through your mind as you're in that second at bat trying to get this game tied back up?
You know, Tito grabbed me and said, hey, do your thing and get this runner over. And, you know, I got a pitch that was middle in and just reacted in and pulled it.
What does it mean that Tito has that type of belief in you to do that?
We got belief in him. Everyone's got belief in this dugout. No matter who it is, we know when our time's like up to bat or whatever it may be, our time's called, we'll be ready.
You've played a lot of games with Will. We're finally getting to see what everybody's been talking about. What makes Will so special?
He's very special, and I wish you guys are all there to witness it as well as I did. It's special. He's an amazing player, one of the best I've ever played with.
All right, great job. Let me finish off with Will. Good job. Will, this is the last couple of weeks. You have found a way to bounce back. You're seeing a little bit of everything in the big leagues. What is it about you that you feel like is impressing your teammates that want to see you in these moments?
I mean, when you fail so many times, hopefully that you learn from that, you know, and finally just get put in a good position and swing at a good pitch and good things happen.
You've been a fun player to watch, man. I've never seen a player get dumped with water. You didn't scream, you didn't yell. Is that why you're chill, Will?
No, rigor mortis took over. I was freezing, you know, but I don't know. That was crazy. What a marathon.
What a marathon. Go dry up and come back out and check out some fireworks. Great job. Fun watching you. Oh, now you want to hug. They only want to hug you when they're wet. Back to you guys, the dry guys.
Thanks, Andre. What a win. 10-9. I mean, that might be the biggest win of the year. You got the world champs.
I'm telling you, there's no doubt about it.
They keep going ahead. They kept 5 different times they came back, and they finally win it.
You look at it, the 12th, the 13th, and the 14th, all 3 teams scored. They just happened to get that second run in like you have to do, I think, a lot of times when you get into extra innings. So, you know, Houston now is 0-4 in extra inning games, and we finally stopped our 4-game skid in extra inning games, and now they have a 4-game losing streak.
Well, that's the wrap for tonight. Time now for Guardians Live postgame. Al, Jensen, Jimenez, they're all ready to rock and roll tonight. Let's go, baby. Party time in Cleveland.